right. Let's get this started. So since my soundboard's not working, then imagine that I played some triumphant arrival sound. Welcome everybody. What's up? What's going on? This is the Swaycast. It's one of those where I'm back. I'm back now, you guys, right now at like 5 a.m. in the US, but I am back. So yeah, what's up? We're gonna watch this very special video here. This is called DSP Worried Kino Casino Would Roofie Him and Uses Them in Review Tech USA to Beg for Money. DSP had the anniversary of his Kino Casino collab yesterday or a couple of days ago, which is something absolutely remarkable to celebrate, considering he's not even celebrating his actual anniversary. But yeah, he had that, and he used that to beg and say that he wants to have the most amount of money he's ever made on stream, just so he can prove to people that he is really cool without having to do Kino Casino stuff. Which, yeah, good luck with that. But it might actually work. I don't really know. Let's watch this video. This thing by itself is an hour long. And I picked this in particular because it has some great segments of him doing Truck Simulator and talking about how Triple P wanted to drug him and do some spicy things with him. Yeah. Generally, outside of that, he's been ranting about Low Tier God. He's been ranting about... let me see what we got here. He played the Mafia game and he released like an impressions video, even though it was way too late. So let's go to dspgaming here and see how well that impressions video was doing. He didn't play the Battlefield 6 open beta, even though that's hot and people love that, but DSP doesn't play things that people like and are actually hot right now. He plays weird stuff that not many people ask for. Big ups Milliaway 009 for the 26 months, and shout out to Piracy is Good for the membership, dude. All right, so this video, my thoughts on Mafia, the old country, after 5 hours. Is it good? I think the moral of the story is that it doesn't matter what he says in the video, because it's fucking DSP's opinion on video games. And DSP's opinion on video games directly correlates to how much money he gets playing a video game. So obviously... his opinion is worthless. Also, we have a typo in the thumbnail. Look, I'm not one to judge because I make typos all the time. Half of my tweets got typos on them. But this is still here. 3 days later, he still has a typo. My thoughts, or more like mythoughts on Mafia, the old country. You should have done some weird clickbait, being like, oh, Italian plays Mafia, the old country. Should have done that instead. Big ups, Insignificant Human, 22 months, dude, and Vikes for 28 months.
Baller alert.
Oh good, it's been 3 weeks since someone said he was going
I know.
Wow. We need more World War Sway streams, damn it.
I know. Well, for a World War Sway stream, just go in and get some countries to start bombing each other. And then get it trending on Twitter, and I can just pull it up and watch it, make fun of it. Make fun of bombs dropping. That's some great content. So yes, let's go here. Let's find out why Phil thought they would rape and drug him in the Hogan meetup.
Baller alert.
Meerkat Mob, who?
Hey, big up Mac. Thank you. Well, it's me, even though I forgot how this works. But today is a pretty slow day at work, so I'm like, whatever, let's just boot up a stream.
Let's see where we are.
All right, let's get into this. Otherwise, we're never going to get into this.
Last week. But let's see where we are if we're in the middle of anything important, and then maybe we'll go to Utah and do a job into Utah just for fun and see where the night takes us. So that's number one. Number two, tonight, let's get some support rolling. Let's be sure to hit the goal tonight. Why? Well, yesterday, the late night stream of Mafia tanked. I only made like 30 bucks last night, and
oh no,
stream of Mafia gameplay.
Oh no, he is getting very... how am I supposed to say it? A very low tolerance towards streams that do badly. And the ones where he hits the goal is like no one cares. Like he plays the little overlay where he makes fun of the trolls because he wins or whatever. He has that little song and dance going on. But when there's a slow stream, he gets more irritated. Even though he is overall making a lot more money, I think.
Speech he did was a new low for him.
I hope this is in this video, because it's so embarrassing. I saw a couple of clips on Twitter of him, like, he celebrated reacting to a video. And the worst thing is, that didn't even deal any damage to Review Tech USA. Review Tech USA didn't even seethe or crash out over this. He was just his usual boring self. Which, I hate that Dark Side Phil forces me to compliment people that I can't stand. But I have to make a compliment here for fucking Review Tech USA for handling that thing the best that he could, which is basically pretend not to care.
Earlier today, I made about $100 during Death Stranding 2. That's not bad, especially for Death Stranding 2, which is an insanely...
And again, a accounting recap. It's ridiculous, man.
Happy that people are still coming by and engaging.
Which, I mean, I understand why he's doing this. Like, I want to make this clear. I understand exactly why he is running his stream like this and begging like this and being so shameless. Because he can get away with it. Because it works, obviously. And those dents are too dented to listen to anybody's advice, so they deserve to be scammed, and he is scamming them. So I do get where he's coming from.
And supporting that stream. We didn't hit the goal. I'm not super upset about it or anything.
He's not super upset. What if he was super upset? What if he was? What would he do? How would he force me to contribute?
People are still coming by for this
What
shit.
if he was super upset? He would just crash out and we would clip him and talk about him? I think so. Which would happen anyways.
But Truck Sim has been going strong ever since we started it 3 months ago. Over 34 hours of playtime in Truck Sim so far. Let's do it again tonight.
Yeah, Truck Sim is in the category of games where they are quote-unquote chill, but really the content comes from what we're about to see in this video, in the clips here, where he's ranting about stuff and he's going on monologues about stuff.
Fun, all right?
This is where the content comes from.
Tip of the...
This is much like in Minecraft when he's fishing and talking about how depressed he is and how his life is amazing. This is one of those.
I know Buckwell tipped, but technically that was before the stream started. Who's going to be our first super chatter of the night? Let's get some animations going.
Yeah, we got these things now.
My bad. Who's going to be the second super chat?
Like, whoa, who's going to give me money? That's literally all it is. Who is going to give me money? And this works because the people watching him are just that down bad.
Let's have some animations going.
It's all their fault, by the way. It's all their fault. Because they are enabling this behavior and they've been doing it for like a damn near 16 years at this point. So he will do this more and more, and he will get more annoying and more annoying and more annoying and more pushy and more insistent. Because they let it happen. Which will only result in him suffering long term. Because obviously this is not sustainable. But that's not my problem.
That's right. We need to hit the goal tonight for sure. After 2 streams not hitting the goal, we got to hit the goal tonight. Let's get to 96. Excuse me. Let's get to 6 out of 10 goals hit. Let's get that we're in position for Shake Shack's new hot dog menu. Don't you want to see me chomp down and suck down some hot dogs this week?
Yeah, suck down some hot dogs. And then he looks at you like this. Bro, what?
Flavor,
Pickle flavor.
Chili cheese flavor hot dogs.
Oh no, like, I prefer when he is his boring self as opposed to when he tries to be entertaining. Because when he tries to be entertaining, not only is he not, obviously, but also he is very annoying and very unfunny. That kind of unfunny where it irritates you, it pisses you off, the degree to which someone can be unfunny.
I know you do.
It's like watching an iDubbbz video in 2025, that video about immigration. It's like watching that video. It's like someone is so not entertaining that it just has the opposite effect.
Missed out because Friday was not a good episode of DSP Tries It. It was so bad I actually didn't formally upload it. I did have it, but it's part of the marathon. It just did not.
Yeah, he scammed the dents. He scammed the dents. Imagine how low the standard for Dark Side Phil content is. That all he has to do is sit there and eat a fucking sandwich and have the camera on and upload it. And he couldn't even do that because it was such a disaster. This guy can't even do a fucking eating thing.
Cat downstairs hearing all of this. She has Tyrone's hot dog daily, so she will have to DoorDash something else that day.
I would imagine Kat at this point is in a borderline vegetative state. She has to be. Like DSP has like an area of effect, like an aura that degrades you, that makes you fall apart and turns you into like a dilapidated ghoul. And you can see that with everybody that he's hung out with for a long time. With Pandalee, well, Pandalee, she just kind of up and left because she had too much backbone, I guess. But Kat is that example. Like the first couple of times you saw Kat, she had some semblance of a personality and some interests. It's up to you whether you think those interests were stupid or interesting or whatever, or in your opinion of that. But she had them. She had some sort of an identity. And then you see her be re-revealed in 2025 and is just like, I don't even know how to describe it. A vessel, an extension of DSP that is just as undesirable and bland and uninteresting and annoying as he is. That's some great couple stuff. That's a great relationship. No wonder he's so happy. No wonder.
This week, and let's do it as soon as possible. How about this? Tonight, let's hit 5 goals on the stream.
And this shit is dumb as fuck. Because I know what he's trying to do. He is setting up an unrealistic goal so he can go as high as possible. He knows he's not going to get fucking 5 goals, which 5 goals is fucking 5 times 150. He knows he's not going to do it, but he's going to try and milk the dance as much as possible to get as much of it as possible, which is bad. It's not a good thing. It's not productive and it doesn't work.
5.
But sometimes it does, and that's what makes this guy so interesting. Because sometimes someone unironically will just give him a bag of money and be like, okay, you asked for this. Here you go, bud.
Let's make...
And I think in those moments, even he doesn't want to, like... He doesn't think this is real. He doesn't think the dents are that dumb. And he can't believe it.
$750 on tonight's stream. And let's do DSP Tries It, Shake Shack hot dog menu tomorrow.
What's so funny?
5 goals tonight. We could do...
Okay, I'm going to skip the begging. Let's just go to the truck sim segment.
It was like $750 for one hot dog.
Yeah, we're still talking about hot dogs.
But that would be the best grossing stream I've ever done.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see this one.
Don't worry about that. No, add another 148 to that. And send it back, and you'll be good. Chinese Food MSG Real says, I'm afraid of getting doxxed if I donate. Don't worry about that. No one cares about you. If you donate, no one's going to even look into it or try to stalk you. No one cares about it. Some guy's named Chinese Food MSG.
But what? Is he just kind of confirming it? Is he...
Ridiculous.
What? Is he confirming that his suspicions are correct? It's like, Phil, I don't want to give you my fucking PayPal info because first of all, you're dark side fucking Phil. And second of all, everybody hates everyone that gives you money.
You could literally give 500 subs right now. No one would give a crap. No one would follow you or figure it out.
Oh, I think he's saying that ironically, even though he's said many times unironically that even if you give him $1, people are going to stalk you and kill you. Oh, yeah, I can't even understand what he means anymore.
That is true. Someone just said, let's felt the casino. Let's all give $4,000 tonight.
Yeah, let's give him $1 million.
Would hit the goal, but that would be the best grossing stream I've ever done.
Yeah, what a great idea. Let's just give him $4,000 just so he can have a victory lap. So he can say, whoa, I win. You see, I got money. What a great idea. What a great idea. It's not even a goal. It's just like a moral victory.
And therefore, that would top the casino co-op stream from a year ago, which was right about now, by the way. It was right around this time of the month. It wasn't like right in the middle of August when we did it. So we're getting to that 1-year anniversary. Can we get a stream to actually beat that one? In fact, when was that?
No, why don't you fucking get off your ass and do something that's interesting enough for people to give you money? Because not only is he asking for a bunch of money like that, but also is not offering anything in return. Oh, just give me the money so I can feel good and accomplished. So we can simulate and we can mimic some idea of progress for my streams and my channel, even though there is none. But let's just brute force it. By you giving me a lot of money and I will do absolutely nothing in return. That's a fair trade, isn't it?
I haven't actually looked into it for a long time.
Yeah, he did look into it.
Like flavor.
He did definitely look into it.
Damn, 12 days ago was the last DSP tries I've ever done. 12 days ago. That's upsetting, actually. We should definitely be doing it more often than every 12 days.
What does that suggest? What does that suggest? That you, Dents, should be giving him money. Because the DSP tries it are done when he hits the goal. And this like, oh, you guys should definitely give me more money more often because we got to do those tries it. And again, I know this is absolutely despicable streamer behavior. And this is just 6 minutes of the probably 20 to 30 minutes of this segment that he had. I know it's despicable, but it's the Dents' fault. They allow it. They're on board with this. So suffer, Dents. You're going to watch this fucking shit until you die.
Wow. See, I'm upset. Wow. It was. Are you kidding? Wait, what? Guys, it was exactly 1 year ago.
He definitely knew that. Definitely knew that. This is the fakest reaction I've
It
seen.
was August 11th, 2024, when we did the co-op react. Are you kidding me?
And he's acting like it did something for him, like it changed something, instead of it just being like a brief surge of popularity and money, mostly money. Because the popularity, like, if you know who Darkside Phil is, you probably already have your opinion made up about him. Because it's not that deep. It's not that difficult. He sucks.
I gotta post up about this.
Well, he gotta... Why does he have to post up about this?
I really didn't realize today's the actual 1 year anniversary. Did anyone?
What does it matter?
All right, I'm posting up right now.
Why is it a landmark? Why is it a milestone?
Come and hang out with us tonight to talk about it.
Oh, everyone can... Oh, so he using that... He using it to piggyback and monetize Kino Casino even after the King Snake bullshit.
I am down to talk about this tonight for sure.
He's down to talk about this tonight. Didn't he already talk about this and said everything? DSP says everything. He admits everything about the Kino Casino saga.
What a topic. Let's go. Let's get this topic going tonight, shall we? That's a good topic to talk about, the 1 year anniversary. Excuse me.
Because realistically, he's right back where he started. Because nowadays, he counts everything towards the goal. And back then, he counted only tips. So that made him kind of artificially look more broke than he actually is. And now you pretty much get to see the most part of the money that comes in that is recorded on the goal. And outside of that, he just bought a bunch of toys that changed absolutely nothing. If anything, it made his stream worse. The RGBs made his shit look childish. He looks like a children's entertainer. The panels in the background are really ugly. They look stupid. And everything else that he upgraded, he got more camera angles and completely unnecessary bullshit that is not utilized in any kind of productive way. So yeah, really, he had the chance of a lifetime for somebody like him, and he squandered it because he was too much of a selfish cunt. Because his whole idea was, I want to make as much money as possible from this and diss my detractors. And I want to use Kino Casino as much as I want for my benefit, and I want to give him nothing in return. And that's why Triple P was pissed off in the end. Because really, he didn't give him anything. He didn't give him anything. Maybe outside of the Steve Cambion thing. Even though DSP wouldn't have done that if he knew it was going to be what it was going to be.
Absolutely. So for goodness sake, for the 1 year anniversary, let's get some support. Like I told you, my goal this year is to try to do a stream that tops the level of support that I got during that stream. And that stream I made around $3,000. Seriously.
Yeah, why does he think this is going to happen, though? Why does he think it's going to happen?
Let's do it. Let's top it. Come on. All right, let's continue. Tonight is very momentous. We got a new DLC for Utah. We've got a mod that's going to add real-life businesses, signs, and content. Out of nowhere, we just determined something live on stream that we didn't realize at first. Okay? Tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get... Okay. Yeah, enjoy this segment.
The 1 year to the day anniversary when I did a co-op react event to the Review Tech USA documentary by June the King. So,
bro, you did a collab stream with a bigger channel than you. If you celebrate this, it's pathetic. It's actually pathetic.
First of all, to that, cheers, everyone.
It's so pathetic. Oh, it sucks, dude. It sucks. I don't even know what to say.
Because really, I would argue that co-op event, even though, yes, I had done an appearance on that Kino Casino show before that, I would argue that it was that event, that cooperative react, that cemented in people's interest in me to show them that I'm not just some kind of a meme or a schlub.
But you are.
It was entertaining.
But you're not. And you're still right back where you came from. People still shit on you. You're the game journalist now that regularly goes viral for shitty gameplay. None of that is true.
Add something.
Because, okay, the resurgent element, I would have understood during the time when it was happening. That shit even made Super Crazy crash out and decide to sue him. Because Phil was winning so hard, Super Crazy was seething, and he crashed out and was like, I'm fucking suing him. He can't win. And in the end, he lost. So, anyways, in the beginning, you could see something like a resurgence because all the Kino Casino cucks were in his chat telling him that he's amazing and either pretending and LARPing as if they like him or actually liked him. Fair enough. But now, in the fallout of this whole thing, after the dust is settled, we can see that none of that shit matters. DSP is exclusively sustained by a couple of whales, 5 people at most, much like he was before that. So, really, nothing really happened.
To things outside of me just, you know, sitting around and just playing video games. And since then, things have been really good for me. Now, I've been saying this for the last several months, but I want to bring it up again. That stream, that particular stream on August 11th, 2024, was one of my most profitable streams I've ever had, but it was because...
Again, showing where your priorities are, showing what your values are.
Because there was co-op, right?
We constantly talking about how much money he made off of the content he made with somebody else.
Me working with
It's always about money. With Phil, it's always about money.
the guys from Kino Casino to do this epic event. I would like to do a stream where I can hit those heights and exceed them myself. That day alone, between tips, super chats, and memberships, I made around $3,000. I'm not kidding. I think I made like $1,000 in tips, and the super chats and memberships were...
This guy is insane. Look at him. He's addicted to money, dude. Look at the way he talks about this.
Super chats
It's like he's salivating over money.
and memberships. I made around $3,000. I'm not kidding. I think I made like $1,000 in tips, and the super...
Fucking orgasming. Look at how excited he
In
is.
reality, they were over $2,000, but YouTube takes a huge cut
And now it's like, oh, well, it actually wasn't all that much, but it was still like a lot, but it wasn't all that much.
of profits. So I didn't make that much like it looked like I did. But man, it was a crazy day. All right. So now what I would like to do is find a way somehow
Find a way.
with my own content to hit those levels. I don't have to do a co-op in order to have basically that level of success.
But bro, why you did this, why Phil did the whole crossover thing to begin with, is that no one was taking him seriously when he was dissing Review Tech USA by himself. The sole reason why he did the collab crossover thing is that people didn't care about his own content. They didn't give a fuck about him playing video games. They didn't give a fuck about him talking about drama. They didn't give a fuck about him doing reaction videos because he did a bunch of reaction videos and no one cared. No one cared about him. So I don't know why he's so demented, schizophrenic, completely mentally violated to think that he has any chance of making so much money off of his own efforts alone. Unless it's some fucking complete whale out where it's just the fakest shit you've ever seen and some like theater.
All right, but I'm curious how long it'll take and what it will be. What content would it be that would get me to that level? Because I don't know. We've been talking about that for a while, right? We have been. Like,
So what? So this is a discussion about what can I do that's gonna make me a lot of money. This is it. And he's just looking at chat and being like, okay, tell me what it is. Tell me. Now it's not about what you guys like. Because remember, up until now, it was what you guys are gonna like. Now it's like, I want to make money. So tell me what I'm gonna do that's gonna make you give me money.
would it be? I don't know. Yeah, I would like to think it wouldn't have to be another collab, but maybe it would have to.
Brother, you just said you wanted to do that off of your own merit, off of your own work. You just said that. But now it's like, okay, I might actually have to leech off somebody else.
I don't know. Obviously, a lot has changed since then, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a ton has changed. Someone just said, did I give them some of the money? No, because the agreement was I was going to appear on their show and they keep everything. And then they come and do the co-op with me and I keep everything.
Oh my god, what a fucking greed monster, dude. Yeah, you don't give a fuck about the content though. That's why you broke as fuck. That's why no one want to support you until you beg them to. Because your shit sucks and you're not even trying to pretend like it doesn't.
And which they did. And then I would continue to do stuff with them, which I did. Every time I went on their show and did work with them, I never took a dime. That was all them getting stuff from me showing up on their show.
Yeah, because you're low value, DSP. You're dark side fucking Phil. The guy that gets left on red by lol cows. Literally, Wings of Redemption doesn't even respond to this guy. And he's still seething because low tier god is not responding to him. Like, come on, dude.
Kino Casino's watching right now? All right. Well, cheers to Andy and Ashton. 1 year anniversary of us destroying Review Tech USA.
What do you mean cheers? You call them pedophile defenders, Phil. What do you mean fucking cheers? What is this? Are we now playing and pretending that they're actually on good terms? Really?
Even if we don't hate each other's, if we hate each other's guts now or whatever.
Oh, or whatever. He doesn't even know what their stance is. What their relationship is. He doesn't even know that. Even though he did a big fucking clown-ass King Snake stream. Bro, are we serious? He did a big fuck you guys stream. And now he's like, yeah, I don't even know if you guys hate me or whatever.
That's a moot point for this. This is the celebration of the fact that we collabed once on an amazing piece of content that will be there forever. And people absolutely loved it and love it to this day. And to be quite honest,
This is so gay.
it's really changed in regard to Review Tech. It's not like this guy is...
Yeah, so you basically made no difference. So you made no difference, Phil. You dealt 0 damage. The biggest point in your last, 5 years of content dealt absolutely 0 damage and it had no influence whatsoever.
changed
And
his
you're admitting it.
position in life or improved.
And he's celebrating simply that he made a lot of money on it. That's it.
That's for sure. He certainly has fucking tanked, right? So, cheers for the one collab that was really good. Sadly, I don't think anything else that we did was nearly as good, but that was definitely one of the best.
Really? Not Smart Guys?
Best thing we ever did.
Oh yeah, go back and watch him talk about Smart Guys. Smart Guys was the greatest thing ever.
To be honest.
Notice how this is also the best piece of content they've done together because there was no downside for Phil to doing it. He only benefited exclusively. He made a bunch of money, he got some clout, and he got to shit on Review Tech USA in front of everybody else. So yeah. And everything else they did, he lost something. There was some kind of a drawback for him. With Smart Guys, it was the Grill Phil segment. With the Steve Cambion thing, it was basically the whole thing. And them making fun of Ethan Ralph and whatever the fuck else didn't make DSP money, and also he didn't care about it.
Okay. But all that's over with now. It's time to drive.
Okay, before we start driving, let's do some shout-outs. Big ups Shadow Ouija for the 29 months, dude. Big ups. Here we have White DSP for $1.
Thoughts on this regard? Trying to make more than $3,000 in tips to claim he doesn't need Kino Casino.
Well, I guess you just heard my thoughts on it, so there it is. Big up Zitro for 31 months, who says, acting like his boy Triple P. I call him Triple PP. Yeah, it's just mimicry. It's not even fake it till you make it.
They met 96 of 100 goals to only 6 of 10 goals. Can't remind the dents he's scammed over $14,000. Piggy steals, scams, and abuses more than gypsies and Bulgar politicians.
Well, the gypsies and politicians, let me tell you something about that. Gypsies and politicians are somewhat of a community. Politicians are a community that have a status quo in place, that have a system in place that they have created to prevent you from having to do anything about it or stopping the corruption. For example, gypsies are the same thing. They are a community. There are many people who semi-coordinatedly act about stuff sometimes. And DSP is just himself, driven by the power of greed and ego. So I would even say he's worse than them.
Shrimp lo mein for dinner, and my wife liked it more than me.
Well, big ups Myth Bear for the 5. Oh, hold on, we have more. Big ups Vanguard D Nice for the 6 months, dude. Comrade Alex says that fucking clapping. Yeah, the clapping is fucking terrible, by the way. Terrible clapping.
Why nothing matters. This pigger could win the lottery and be just as broke 2 years later due to the worst choices and the inability to act on anything.
Baller alert.
Thank you for streaming on EU-friendly times.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Big ups. And thank you, Iwamoto, for the previous message. And this is really ultimately why I don't care if he hits goals, doesn't hit goals, because bad things will happen to him financially because it's dark side Phil. Unless you literally put him in a conservatorship and you have some tard wrangler managing his whole life, he will always be on the edge of financial ruin. Regardless of what he tells you, because it's fucking DSP. You know how he feels about stuff. You know that the money that he has in his possession is with the idea of spending whatever you have to spend on the mandatory bills, and the rest is for you to play with, is your money for toys and bullshit and DoorDash.
KC collab was only KC Dents. They gave DSP all views too. Clownface Crown Snake, every other collab he did made less than his marathon. First KC 659, Null 570, Keem 880. I need my boyfriends. Welcome back, Czechia handshake Bulgaria.
Hey, big ups Grazing Poro for the stats. That's interesting stats. Like I said, I stopped paying attention completely whether or not he's going to hit goals. I don't care. But that's interesting that it's been this much of a decline. And also, yeah, what can I tell you, man? He's just fucking completely lost in the sauce.
Honestly.
And he's still dealing with a bad breakup. Because really, realistically, that's what it is. It's a bad breakup. Because he liked those guys. He shared a lot of his private, personal details with those guys. And they just kind of openly talked about how they were joking with him and playing with him and fucking with him. So yeah, I understand it. For him, it's a breakup. And he is emotionally hurt. Because he's a bum. And he's a lonely loser. And his life sucks.
And it was like itsy bitsy tiny shrimps. Like not even good shrimps in it. It's just funny, like things we've been eating recently aren't even as good as the home-cooked meals that my wife makes me. Like, I'm serious. With that stupid jambalaya I had on
What?
Friday.
Dude, why would you say this? Why would you say this? Why would you say this? Come on, man. This restaurant food is worse than my fucking wife's slop. And I hate my wife's slop, you guys. Like, no one makes DSP's wife look as stupid as DSP makes her look. There's no way. There's no way. There's no joke that I've seen anyone make about Kat that is more damaging than this guy just straight up honestly talking about her.
Was inferior to my wife's home-cooked gumbo, and she's not a professional cook. She's just a home cook. And then this lo mein we buy is supposed to be, you know, like Trader Joe's good lo mein, and that wasn't good either. It was just kind of meh. So my wife's home cooking is better than the food we buy now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm lucky that my wife is such a good cook that we...
Oh, we spun it. We twisted it. Okay, we saved it. We did the damage control.
But, you know, like a day like today, she just worked, and she wasn't going to come home and make a crazy home.
Why not? That's her job.
So we were stuck making something fast. And...
But at least we got proof. Well, not proof. We got... I don't know how to even say it. Nothing that comes out of his mouth is proof whatsoever about anything. But I guess Kat is still working.
All right, where's the road? How the hell do I get out of this fucking place? Look, take a look. I'm 360 spinning right now. Fence.
I don't know why you guys think that he would ever go to couples therapy, let alone any kind of therapy whatsoever. This is the last thing he's gonna go. Because the problem is in the other person, always. So, like, why would he go to any kind of therapy? He has no problems. He is very happy and healthy, and he's doing great.
I guess we'll sleep.
He's got no issues.
Might as well. We're in a rest stop as it is. But where the fuck do I get out? The place to fix your car. This is the shop. I don't need. I start eating. I'm like, make the guy do the same.
Skip the slop segment.
I said, your gumbo is way better than that. It's all the detractors are sad. And then we eat that over rice. So it's really good. Yes, I know detractors are sad. I know they want to make it sound like I said something toxic and negative when I didn't. Bigger dude did a 2-pound super chat and says, do you still have RTUs left?
This man, oh my god, these dents, man. I can't with these dents. They're so dented. Because they're like sitting in chat being like, Phil, the trolls are saying that you just said your wife's cooking is bad. You just, that's what the trolls are saying. And then, of course, like DSP conditioned them to constantly care about what the trolls are gonna say. So the fucking dents just kind of become like detractors because they constantly listen to them and care about what they have to say, and they just go and snitch on the detractors, the DSP, and then he rants about it. It's so fucking weird and stupid.
Last chip, let's frame it. I do. It's in my closet right now. You want to see it? And being that is the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, we're gonna beg for $4,000.
Review Tech USA. It sure would be nice.
But did he destroy Review Tech USA? That is the most interesting question here. Like I said, the answer is no, because Review Tech USA is still a fat bum, will likely always be, and that really didn't do any damage to him, outside of maybe some people clowning on him because, you know, even Darkside Phil made fun of you. So yeah, that's kind of makes sense.
Celebrate tonight in grand fashion. Hold on 1 second. Right there. It's just in my closet.
Here's the chip.
My closet, so I know where everything is now.
The iconic chip.
The chip. It's just sad. It's just sad because, like I said, when I did...
What is sad? It's not sad. Is he gonna say that he's sad that he had to make fun of Review Tech USA? He forced his hand. He's gonna say that. I hate it.
Where I invited Review Tech on the stream.
Oh, King Snake stream.
I was gonna give him the opportunity to basically do that co-op stream with me, have fun, and at the end, I was gonna possibly offer him his chip back.
No, that's a load of horse shit. A couple of reasons. First reason, Review Tech USA had no idea what he was showing up for. Second reason, it was just a carrot to be dangled in front of Review Tech USA's face so he can go along with it. Go along with DSP's narrative and DSP's agenda for that stream, which he didn't do, by the way, which was really actually well handled by Rich. And lastly, Rich didn't care about the chip because Phil walked into that whole situation with some kind of a mental script and mental... It's almost like when he was taking a shower once a week, he thought about how that stream would go and he imagined it. And then the reality was nothing like that. Like Review Tech USA didn't care about the chip. Matter of fact, the chip was just like a prop that was to be used for some hype moment on a stream. It actually represents nothing. Who the fuck is Darkside Phil to take anybody's chips? Like, you're Darkside Phil, dude. You're literally crashing out over dudes that don't acknowledge your existence. Come on. So yeah.
Depending on how he did. But he failed instantly. Like, he didn't even get, what, an hour into it? Not even a half an hour. He was such a fucking schlub and a horrible entertainer and a horrible person.
A horrible person, by the way. A horrible person. Not going along with DSP's fucking wrestling theatrics makes you a terrible person.
We didn't get past the fact that he wanted to talk about dumb shit like, I don't talk into the mic like this all the time.
Yeah, that was stupid, but it was exactly the type of stupid that it was needed to make that stream good. Because then you had to watch DSP seethe and scramble as Review Tech USA is just sitting there giving him a dead look.
Like, I'm like, dude, I'm about to reveal all this stuff about me working with Kino Casino. I'm about to drop the DMs. We're going to go through them. We're going to spill the tea. We got all the stuff you want to know about. And he goes,
I guess he didn't want to know about it. He didn't want to know about it. And that's why DSP got mad. Because this didn't go the way he imagined it in the shower.
Phil, why don't you talk into your mic like this all the time? He's fucking retarded.
Whoa! Oh my god. I can't believe it. Based alert, mega based moment here. He said the R slur.
Seriously, I mean, I can't think of a dumber person on this fucking planet.
Oh, and now he's the dumbest person on the planet. What?
That's what he wanted to talk about. So I dumped him, and then I did the stream like I wanted to. Anyway, so here's the chip. I still have it.
No one cares about this chip. This chip only has value for you, Phil. Only has value for you. No one else cares about this fucking raggedy ass, bitch ass chip.
I don't know if I'll ever use it.
And remember when he pulled out the briefcase and it had Andy and Triple P's picture in it? And then he proceeded to leave the briefcase and never used it again. That was a great gimmick, by the way.
You know, any day or not, I don't know. The Chargers are sad. Thank you for a $5 super sticker.
So if what Grazing Poro says in chat is to be believed, detractors are sad. Yesterday told Chad he's unemployed and could only buy one game in 2024. LOL. Suffer, Dent. Suffer.
Now we're up to 46 bucks of...
Feed me or suffering, Dent?
Thank you, thank you. All right. Basically got out of the drama. I'm not...
Okay, listen to this now.
Baller alert.
And
Wish RTU played ball on 666 wasted troll potential.
I disagree. Well, I do kind of agree. I kind of agree because I wanted to see what the actual stream would have been like and what the script inside of DSP's head was. But that would mean you kind of submit to DSP because he used that chip as a bargaining chip, literally a bargaining chip. But Review Tech USA didn't care, so he had no obligation to go along with it. And also considering that he had no idea what kind of a stream he was showing up for, it made completely sense not to go along with it. And it also made DSP fucking pissed off, as he just showed. So yes, you should never submit to Phil. You should never go along with his fucking gay-ass retard demands. You should never fall for his shit or bow down to him, and you should never apologize to him. Matter of fact, you should always double down on what you said, even if you didn't mean it. Just out of principle.
by the way, for the record, since I basically got out of the drama, I'm not even kidding you, since that stream, and what was that, March? So what are we, in August now? Jesus, 5 months? It's been 5 months. Wow, time flies. I haven't paid any attention to Review Tech at all, and life is good. I don't care what he does. I know he probably brings me up all the time, and he still fucking does the same shit. I don't care. You guys are trying to...
You're bringing him up right now. Like, you brought him up right now.
Give a fuck about that, man.
Uh-huh, sure.
Fuck, I want, you know...
Sure.
Zero involvement is more than enough involvement with him. So,
what?
thank goodness.
He's a weirdo fuck, but you wanted him on your show to use him? Sure, man.
The epic 1 year anniversary stream.
Come on.
I didn't even know it was the 1 year anniversary of the...
He's so disingenuous. He's so intellectually dishonest. That's what pisses me off the most about him. Because you can see his intent. He makes it very clear what his intent is in pretty much every situation. So, yeah. And he tries to pretend like it's something else, but he's not good enough at pretending anything. So you could just see what he's trying to go for.
Until moments before we were going to start playing the game. Because so we were talking about, you know, I want to eventually be able to beat what I made on that stream, but do it for myself, not because I'm doing a co-op with somebody else. And I think one day, oh crap, how is this do not enter? What the fuck is this? The GPS is telling me to go this way, so fuck you. Seriously, the GPS is telling me to go this way. I'm going this way.
Turn right.
Yeah, I don't even understand why I said do not enter.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Anyway, yeah, I would like to, for myself,
Turn left.
one day top that. Will it be tonight? Maybe.
No. No, why would you think you would make $3,000? This is how little your money actually matters to him. It really fucking doesn't. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. He's talking about the fucking money like he's a rapper. He's talking about this money like it comes through a plug, like he's fucking shitting it out, like it grows on trees. It means nothing to him. He's just actually harvesting it. It's almost like it's being generated for him. So this is another reason why he should never feel entitled to it, and you should never give him your money.
Stream for me, so
because it matters more for you than it matters for him.
maybe I'll make $3,001 tonight, and boom, we've done it. And we can say, off with the past and on to the future, right? There you go. Yeah, right. How many goals do we have to...
Yeah, good thing he made the sarcastic laugh in the end. Otherwise, I would have thought he was seriously asking for $3,000 or $4,000 or whatever he's asking for. It's just a number. It doesn't really matter. The bigger the number, the better for him.
The goals again tonight? Things we've been eating recently?
Shit.
Home-cooked meals that my
misclicked.
Like, I'm serious.
Let's go back here.
I made on that stream, but do it for myself, not because I'm doing a co-op with somebody else. And I think one day... Oh, crap. This is... How is this do not enter? What the fuck is this? The GPS is telling me to go this way, so fuck you. Seriously, the GPS is telling me to go this way. I'm going this way.
Turn right.
Yeah, I don't even understand why I said do not enter.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Anyway, yeah, I would like to, for myself,
turn left.
One day top that. Will it be tonight? Maybe. Maybe we can make $3,000 tonight.
Okay, this gets skipped.
Not mention goals for the rest of the night. Seriously. How many goals do we have to hit so we won't talk about the goals again tonight? 2. How about that? If we hit 2 goals tonight, I will not mention goals for the rest of the night. Seriously.
Now you have to pay. This is like fucking Spotify Premium. You must pay the fee so you don't get any ads. Come on, bro. Isn't this the same guy that was constantly criticizing everybody else for advertising on their streams? For having like a logo of a company you're sponsored by? I remember he was criticizing PKA a lot over this same thing. That they had a sponsor segment. They were running ads on their streams. What the fuck is this? Give me this amount of money and I'm not going to advertise anymore.
Because that would make up for the slow-ass stream I did yesterday of Mafia. And we did our goal tonight and get us back on track. Mega Man brought in over 1,000, so don't say never. I don't know. Mega Man was a marathon. You know, people like the marathon events. They like to see me hit, take shots and stuff.
Turn right.
I totally understand that. We're not doing that tonight, so I don't think we're going to be making $3,000 tonight. Let's get some support for the stream, everybody. Come on, we haven't had any support in over 15 minutes. That's absolutely ridiculous. This is the anniversary stream.
It means nothing. That's like saying today is the 1-day anniversary of yesterday. It means nothing. It only means something for Phil, because everything is super sentimental for Phil, because he puts some random arbitrary value on everything. And most of the time, he does it for the sole purpose of profiting off of the thing.
The one.
Whoa, you guys, look at this vest. This vest is worth so much. It's such a special vest. It's a symbol of something.
To celebrate a year of success.
Yeah, it's just like the most lowest form of life when it comes to fucking advertising and creating anticipation and excitement around your stream.
Resounding success. Let's get some support of every kind. Some super chats, some memberships, some tips.
And this is again... the story of Darkside Phil is that he is incredibly greedy to the point where he's going to constantly push the envelope when it comes to greed. He can't be satisfied with what he has, even though what he has is way more than what he should have based on his performance and his metrics and his reputation. But at the end of the day, he just keeps pushing it, and it eventually cracks, and he tries to make it everybody else's problem.
That goal. Let's do a flying body splash off the top rope on top of the goal. What best way to celebrate one of my most supported streams ever than with support? Right? That's how you do it. Your future stepdad just gifted 5.
And there you go. That's what I'm telling you. It works. It literally works. And that's why he keeps doing it.
However,
because some lonely dent finds a sense of purpose, and they're like, whoa, I can be a fucking character in this universe. And they just send him money, and then he becomes special.
There's bad news. I just got charged for my monthly Game Pass Ultimate subscription. That's $22.
Okay.
So we We have to remove that from the stream because that got taken away. So we subtract 22 from the...
Yo, are you actually fucking serious? Look at the fucking face. Look at this face. Oh my god, this is an actual scammer face. This is the face a guy literally trying to scam you makes. So he can see if it's gonna actually work. He's actually trying to see if this shit's gonna work. And now he's gonna be like, I'm actually joking, you guys. Yeah, literally. Look at this shit.
I had to pay, so that doesn't count for the stream. We subtract that.
Doesn't count. And I don't even care if it actually does count or doesn't count, or if he was just joking or being serious, because this is the same guy that does shit like this. He does shady shit like this with the sole purpose of squeezing a couple of more dollars off of people that have been already squeezed enough they look like fucking raisins.
So actually, your future stepdad was only $3 that you gifted. $3.
Yeah.
That's how we have to do it. We have to be fair and even here. You understand? It's supposed to be, I'm making $150 of profits, not just I'm making it. And
Yeah, it's not enough. It needs to be net profit, no taxes. He should actually he should specify what the tax rate is and just automatically like tax the tips. And be like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. You actually didn't send me $10. You sent me $732 after tax.
we have to top that now.
Oh, and the fake laugh is also like, wow.
That's how it works. All right, so obviously I'm joking. We're not going to do that, okay? Oh, shit. Do I take money orders? Sure, why not? Check money order. Pound of flesh. Quarts of blood. Sure. Why not? Kidneys? You got extra kidney? What's the next DSP tries in King Michael? Shake Shack again. We haven't done...
Oh, this is getting skipped. This is the skip shack.
Are you kidding me? Who's only client? All right, here we go. Someone just said, Phil, would you consider opening a personal OnlyFans whose only client would be Review Tech USA? You know he...
That's really not funny. And you can tell by the fakest fucking laugh ever that this is really not funny.
So much money into it. Are you...
But that is true. That is true. Even though I am afraid that Rich might be AI generating his DSP pornography. The DS porn. He might just be AI generating it.
He would...
At this point.
Makes on stream would go directly to my OnlyFans. You know that. It's insanely disturbing. It's creepy, really creepy shit. But you know it's true. Oh, man. All right, well. Yikes.
What is yikes? This guy's about to crash. Look at him. Look at him fucking swerving, dude.
Fans, you know that.
And he's driving with the steering wheel and shit and still looks at the chat for less than 2 seconds and is already swerving off the road.
It's creepy.
This guy is a menace.
But you know it's true. Oh, man.
What has Review Tech USA been doing? That's a great question. I don't think anybody knows. I don't think anyone cares about Review Tech USA enough. Now I'm gonna look up RTU streams, allegedly. Or maybe it's some other shit. Yeah, it is some other shit. It's Rich Tomorrow now. In great AI generated stuff. Here we have Reviewing Tech. Wow. All right. Oh, wow. This has 39,000 views in 3 days. He's actually doing a lot better than Phil. I can't believe this. And this is, we're having like 16K, 9.3. He's actually doing a lot better than Phil. I don't know about the streams. Maybe he's got less people watching, but it looks like there's more people watching than Phil. I don't know. It's debatable. Because this is this also includes all the views that were accumulated during the runtime of the stream. So it's not a good way to measure. But yeah, damn. He might not be making as much money. I would completely doubt that he's making as much money or more than Phil. But he is having more people care about him. Like, unironically watching his videos, I guess. And it seems like he is putting in more effort than Phil, I guess. Which is not... It's not a high bar, by the way. It's not a... I don't even have anything... It's not a standard of quality. But yeah, this... he does have a better background than Phil. I hate it when fucking DSP makes me compliment people I don't like.
All right, well.
You bitch.
Yikes. That's some scary stuff. Wait a minute. We're not at 61 of support. We're at 71 because we were at 49. And your future stepdad did a $25 5 gifted sub, so we should be at 71. Sorry about that. I was counting my shekels in my head there while I was driving, and I realized I made a grievous calculation error. We have to fix that. Okay, that's much better, right? Egregious calculations error. Oh shit. Okay.
And you can see he gets great enjoyment out of begging and getting the money, because it's like a power play. It's actually a power play. You're power tripping on these people. You're actually exercising your power, your influence over them, your mental influence to make them give him money. And he fucking gets off on that. I can see it. It's obvious.
All right, so let's continue, guys. We're almost halfway to the goal. Let's get to halfway to the goal right now. Who's gonna drop $4 with a super chat, a single membership, two memberships, a single sub, or a tip? Let's hit it right now, 75. So we're halfway. Is Rich the same age as me? If so, that's absolutely embarrassingly pathetic, isn't it? Wow.
What's embarrassing and pathetic? Did the troll say something?
Is Rich the same age as me? If so, that's absolutely embarrassingly pathetic, isn't it?
Why? You both of you guys look like fucking Fallout 4 NPCs. You both of you guys look like trash.
Wow.
He's fat as fuck and he's bald and his face looks all dilapidated and abandoned. And DSP has no soul and looks the way the DSP does. It's completely withered and broken and failed expression on his face. You just like look into his eyes and you see nothingness. You just see suppressed suffering.
For him, not for me. Holy shit, in comparison, are you kidding me?
What? You're more attractive than Rich? Come on, bro. What the fuck? Why are we even doing this? Why is this a conversation?
In better shape now than I have been for most of my life.
What shape? Oh, we're talking about fat. What about your wife then? Is your wife disgusting and pathetic because she's fat as fuck and gross?
When I was a kid?
I guess, yes. That's the DSP logic. His wife is fat and pathetic and disgusting. Which she is. I don't disagree.
I was in shape all through high school. And probably
but now it's on shape. If we're measuring it by shape, then Cat is about as disgusting as Review Tech USA.
first year of college, and then after that, it kind of went downhill. And I battled obesity for a
He battled obesity?
while there.
Come on. Did you get in a domestic dispute with Cat? Is that what that means?
On and off.
Come on.
Much better shape. I'm actually
He
almost
battled obesity.
too.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true, obviously. He's lying and using the word obesity on purpose to over-exaggerate what he went through. To pretend like there's been a night and day difference. The reality is he used to be fat. And he used to have like big cheeks and be fat. And now he's not fat. But now he just looks atrophied. He doesn't look like healthy, slim. I wouldn't even say he looks slim. I would still say he looks fat. But he looks like he's got something, you know, like he's got something medical going on that makes him look like that. It's a very unhealthy, skinny looking guy. Like flabby. That's a good way of putting it. Flabby and atrophied.
My high school weight. Like I told you guys, in high school, I was around 180 pounds.
But okay, dude.
85-ish.
And I've said this before. I think all this talk about how healthy he is actually a cope. Because he went to a doctor. That's like what I think happened. He went to a doctor and the doctor told him, Phil, if you don't get your shit in check, you're going to die, buddy. You could die anytime. You've got Burnell syndrome, just like your mama. You can die anytime. And then instead of actually living a healthier life, like he talked about exercising in the past and power walking to the mailbox. This is actual fact that I remember him talking about. He referred to walking to the mailbox as exercise and as power walking. And he did all this to cope with probably not doing well medically and thinking that that's going to change something when it doesn't. So as with everything else, he just deluded himself that he's doing a lot better now. That's literally it.
And my doctor had told me that's my ideal, that I always want to be around that for the rest of my life once I've hit my my growth and I'm done growing. And right now I balance between 190 to 195, and I bounce back and forth a little bit, that 5 pound range, but I'm trying to get it down, and I'm trying to, you know, get healthy. Now is the time, because the thing is, I'm 43 years old now. I have the opportunity, I have the time. I gotta do it now.
Why didn't you have the time when you were 33 years old? Bro, you've been sitting on your couch, eating burgers and playing video games for the last 15 years. You didn't have the time? In between what? Playing video games and eating more burgers?
I can't wait till I'm grossly overweight. My back is killing me. I'm on my...
This shit, let me tell you something. This shit will only work on people who don't know him at all and also don't care about anything they're listening to. This is like the coworker that you don't care about sitting next to you at lunch and telling you about his cats. This is what it sounds like to me. Where it's like, I'm not listening to any of this shit. It's like, it's going in through my left ear and going out of my right ear, and that's about it.
Destroyed. My heart is ravaged. I have to be doing it now. And
his heart is ravaged, or it will be.
I gotta do it now. I can't wait till I'm grossly overweight. My back is killing me. My knees are destroyed. My heart is ravaged. I have to be doing it now. And, you know, I'm glad the last year I'm grabbing life by the balls. Jade, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. So really, we're not going to get someone to do a $4 contribution so we can get halfway to the goal right now. Come on, someone do me that favor.
Do me that favor. The favor is back. The favor has returned. Do me a favor and give me money. Wow, what a based favor, man.
The Review Tech React.
On the anniversary of the Review Tech React.
Let's get those good vibes going. Kyler did a $5 super chat. Happy 1-year anniversary on beating Review Tech. Thank you. I mean, oh, how the tides turned and how the tables turned there, right? Where...
Okay, let me do some shout outs before we proceed with this. Let's not forget the people that did me a favor and gave me money. Incredible favor. Big ups Forever 901 TN for 33 months and RS Nerd 008 for 19 months. In case I didn't. That, and I did. Big ups Fantastic Mr. Swaggy Davis.
You would pay top dollar for and slowly take your time to eat. Giving money to Phil is like an expensive date, except at the end you get no action in return. Big ups to the king of the boy.
Yes.
Detroit till I die.
Big ups, dude. And thank you, Anonymous, for the $1.
Forced to always introduce yourself to strangers, as I used to be an engineer. I used to work at Blizzard, or I used to work for a helicopter repair company.
Well, I actually used to be an engineer, so I can just straight up introduce myself as that. So that's what I prefer, to answer your question. Big ups Aaron Triari for the 13 months and Lemonhead for the 18 months. And Aaron says, big ups Meerkat, thank you for making my morning hype. This is the hypest morning, brother. Super hype. It's hyper than when DSP did the Review Tech thing. That was so hype, dude. Incredible. Okay, we got 2 more and we can keep going.
The irony of the pound of flesh comes from Story of Vengeance. Ironically, it can't be done without blood drawn even after court says yes. It's part of Venetian law. He loses it all and is forced to convert from being Jewish to Christianity. So much self-pro.
Bro, I completely missed the context for that. I wish I had the context for this.
I was scared Bill Gates sacrificed you for his health.
No, that's just a bunch of Indians. We sacrifice them as per usual. Every time the sacrificial period comes, we just go to the Indians. So big ups Yosef. I didn't get what the Story of Vengeance referred to in the pound of flesh, since I am ignorant and white.
Top of the world.
So there you go.
You just crap on me every day. Now look where the fuck he is. This fucking loser schlub, right? Fuck him.
Who? Is that Rich? Is a loser schlub.
anniversary on beating review tech. Thank you.
Beating a review tech. Beating review tech. How?
I mean, how the tides turned and
How did he beat them though? According to who? Is review tech defeated? Is he gone off the internet?
how the tables turned there, right?
He A-logged him.
This guy thought he was on top of the world. He was untouchable.
No, no one thought that. No one ever thought Review Tech USA, including Review Tech USA, thought he was on top of the world and untouchable. He's a washed up, deadbeat, retarded streamer, just like you, Phil.
Just crap on me every day. Now look where the fuck he is.
But he's still crapping on you every day. You dealt literally zero damage to this guy.
Fucking loser schlub, right? Fuck him.
Yeah, sure, man. But you had to resort to inviting him on, right? It was fuck him. He was a loser schlub, but you wanted him on your show. And you wanted him to play ball, and he didn't. And that hurt you.
You used to be able to say, yeah.
Aw, so cute.
1 million sub YouTube channel and you don't. Well, he doesn't either. You know? He has nothing. He literally gave it all away because he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I can't believe how dumb that fucking guy is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I received a $75 tip from NDO103.
Whoa, it's a well-known cuck. I cannot believe this, dude. I can't believe this. Guess what? We have hit the goal.
Halfway through tonight's stream. In fact, I'm probably going to just go refuel and then take a break, get my second drink. We could potentially hit a second goal tonight, and that would actually make up for the fact that we had this really bad stream last night of Mafia. It would get us back on track for what we wanted to do this week with DSP Try. Can we get another one tonight?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Somebody gives you $75, and the first thing you say is, thank you, but let's get more. I want more.
Many people didn't contribute yet. We can get that going.
It's just despicable. It's despicable. And obviously, the people on the internet that are this despicable, their one point, the counterpoint that they make is, well, at least I make the fucking money. And you're jealous that I make the fucking money. And I mean, you just sold your soul, Phil. I mean, Phil sold his soul and sacrificed his entire life, when you think about it in retrospect, to play video games and eat burgers. He's not fucking bitches. He's not going on yachts. He's not going to Dubai. He's not driving expensive cars. He's not living in fancy houses with massive chandeliers. He's not doing a lot of drugs and participating in Diddy parties and orgies. He's just sitting there eating burgers and playing video games. How fucking pathetic.
Likes Trucks him and wants to step up and contribute tonight. Let's find out.
It's so epic. Enjoy the rest of your life, Phil.
But again, thank you, NDO. That is excellent. Now I don't have to be all worrisome about it all night.
He's gonna worry.
All you idiot dunces over in Kick saying shit like, play Super Mario RPG, play Mario Kart. Shut the fuck up.
It's just one guy that said that, but now it's many millions of people.
And we're enjoying it, and we're going to do it for the whole night, and you'll like it.
And you'll like it.
How about that? Because the king says so.
The king says so, wow.
And the king is in control of the stream, not you.
The king is gay.
A break very briefly, but if you guys want to shout out for a contribution, I would say do it right now. If you do it right now, I can do a shout out before we go on break. It is time for a brief break. I'm going to go get another drink, and then when we come back, I will continue on with the trip to Ogden. And
yeah, the ego is definitely out of control, Richard. And this is one of those times, and I know I say that a lot, but I guess it's just a matter of time. This is one of those times when somebody decides, I'm gonna feed this guy a little bit of humble pie, and then they fuck with him somehow. Because this is usually when it happens. When he's riding the high horse and telling people to fuck off and that they're dunces, they're idiots, and so on. And next thing you know, he uploads an emergency video that something really bad happened. Or we're having an addressing stream. Drama addressing stream. I love those. I love when everybody does it. Allegation addressing stream, hilarious. Drama addressing stream, hilarious. I've done one, and it's great. It's awesome.
see how it goes. Thank you.
Recommend them. It's great content.
Next part. Okay. So guys, I'm not going to formally do any break music or anything. We'll just leave it here. You can listen to the soundtrack. But guys, we already hit a goal and we have another hour to go. It would be great if in honor.
Look at him. Look at this prostitute.
The full felting of RTU that we could hit a bonus goal tonight,
The full felting of RTU.
which would make up for yesterday's slow stream of
No way. This guy would advertise everything. Everything.
and get us to 7 out of 10 goals hit for DSP Tries It. Can we hit another goal? Do we have another generous soul out there who would like to contribute and get us to our goal? Also, we have RayRays59 who did a $5 super chat. Can you do the heavy cargo job? Well, as I just said, sadly, I believe we would need to upgrade our truck, which we haven't yet, to do the heavy cargo job. And on top of that, it was very crappy. It was only $600. It's like too fast of a job. So, all right, guys, I'll be right back.
He really is grasping at straws with the gimmicks, because it's the same gimmick for years. Like, DSP Tries It is one of his longest running series. It's something that's completely worn out. Or I guess it probably hasn't, since people give him money to do it.
Right back.
I don't know, bro. I don't actually know.
Jade says, can we go to Des Moines, Iowa? We have Iowa, don't we? How do I zoom out? Is it this one? Is this Iowa? Have it. It's over here. I want to try to hit another goal.
And more begging.
We will bring back the badges on Kick. For 10 gifted subs, you get a VIP badge. You can gift it to someone. For 20 gifted subs, you can get an OG badge. You can gift it to someone. And you'll also get the VIP badge if you get an OG badge. All right, come on. Who's going to take advantage for the first time in like 2 effing months? I'm offering
Look at him. Look at him. He's so pathetic.
VIP badge for 10 subs.
And you can see it. It's like there's a gambling element to the begging. If that makes sense. I'll try and explain exactly what I mean. And I hope it makes sense. I think DSP has somewhat of an inclination as a person to get addicted to gambling, as he has been with WWE champions and all that stuff. Because gambling, when you win, it gives you a rush. There's some intensity in it, so on and so forth. And with begging, it's kind of the same thing. Like with his specific concrete way of begging, where he can be like starting to beg and maybe it's gonna work, maybe we're gonna win, the gamble is gonna pay off, and he doesn't really lose anything outside of his integrity that he has already lost a long time ago. Everyone who knows about him expects him to beg. No one ever expects him to do anything nice or wholesome or positive. So we're at the bottom, and the gamble can only pay off. It can only pay off. You can't lose anything. And that's the big beg gamble.
OG badge for 20 subs, and you get the VIP, and you don't have to keep it for yourself. You can gift it to your friend, to another viewer.
Ah, shit. Misclicked.
Of that, let's hit a second goal tonight to make up for earlier this week, yesterday. Right? Let's do it. And it sure would be great if we could get some more support on YouTube, some super chats. Thank you, Kyler, for that. Or some tips. Right now, we're only, like $110 away from hitting a second goal tonight. Let's do it. On this lovely first anniversary of the first ever co-op react that I did, that felted review tech, and he's never been the same since. You're going to bed soon, Jade?
He's never been the same since, by the way, which is kind of crazy because I think he's been exactly the same since. Sure, yeah, it is a bad look on Review Tech USA to have your nemesis go on your other nemesis show and shit on you. And obviously, it probably felt bad, but he's never been the same since. No, I don't think so.
Good night. I hope you feel better tomorrow.
I don't think so.
I'm feeling great today. What are you talking about? No, we didn't. Someone just said, anniversary of having casino as friends, we almost made a year. Dude, it ended in March. It's August. That was 5 months ago. Technically, it didn't even, it lasted just like half a year, if that. And the whole time they were faking anyway.
I thought you were faking. Bill, I thought you were faking. And I thought that you knew that they were faking. And that you were faking because you knew they were faking. But then again, you knew they were faking and you still told them a bunch of very private information about yourself and your family, including your wife, who apparently became religious because of how sick she was. So what about this is true, actually?
Everyone knows they were faking.
Everyone knows they were faking, including Phil.
People who were convinced
Allegedly.
viewers. Like, my viewers weren't fooled.
Oh, come on.
They obviously weren't really my friends. It was only their viewers who were fooled by any of this. Well, that's the thing, Bookworm. He says the Kino...
And now this shit makes me want to pull up the DMs. When he said, "You have a friend in me. These DMs are sacred, and I'll never tell anyone about them." It was so fucking dramatic. The dude, like, these read like the DMs of someone who is, like, in love. Not just in love, in a relationship with somebody.
Fans were really fickle, weren't they? The truth is that I think their fans are... They're the kind of people that they just want... They want to go where the drama is.
Maybe that's why they're friends of a drama channel.
Okay? They do. They want to go where the drama is. If I were a drama creator and I split with the casino but I kept making drama, some of them probably would have stuck around and kept watching my stuff, honestly. But I'm not. I'm a gamer. I'm a gaming content creator. That's who I want to be. They don't want to just chill and have a good time. A few of them do. A few of the people who are watching me and stuck around are casino viewers, but many of them made new accounts and things so that people don't know that it's really them. You know, so, I don't want people holding it against me that I watch Phil because now, he's not with casino anymore. But for the most part, you're right. The vast majority of people who watched them and came to check out my stuff and said, I actually really genuinely like Phil's stuff and everything. I like the gaming. I like the chill vibes. The moment that I said, that's it, I'm done with them. Oh, well, fuck Phil. And they all just disappeared, right? Take a look at the people on the top of the Kick leaderboards. The all-time gifters, they're all gone. They all just left or turned on me simply because I said, I'm not doing drama content with the casino. I refuse. So, that's what I mean. Like, if I did do drama content, but just did it on my own without them, and we had a split, I think that a lot of them might have stayed, but that's what they're there for. They didn't come for chill vibing gameplay and stuff like that. So they're
Yeah, because there is none of that to be found. Chill vibing gameplay. It sounds fake as fuck.
After I'm not doing that kind of content anymore, you see. Oh, Jazz, I totally agree with that. Jazz says a lot of people have stuck around for the past decade, but they just lurk. That I agree with, but that's not what we're talking about. That we're talking about just people who like my content and like me for me. We were talking...
No one likes you for you, DSP. Even the people that somewhat like you for your personality need to be coerced into giving you money. Come on, bro.
Last year because of the casino collapse, you see. Okay. No, see, here's the thing. Tuna Boat says, well, you banned a lot of them. No. They came on my streams completely insulting me, insulting my viewers, saying my content was terrible. They purposely came and trolled and broke all the rules to get banned. It wasn't, I just one day said, just ban everyone who likes Kino Casino. That's not what happened. In fact, it was the opposite. I said, you guys are still welcome to stay. I want you guys to stay. But many of them just immediately turned on me because I said, I don't want to work with the casino anymore, because of the drama shit. Again, it's just sad, like, a lot of those people can't really think for themselves.
Really?
Like, if they would think for themselves, maybe some of them would have stuck around and checked out my stuff longer term.
What is longer term, though? They gave you a chance. Like, how much of a chance does DSP think he's entitled to before somebody decides that his shit sucks? Because most people would be fortunate for anyone to even give you 10 seconds of your time. Because there are just so many people on YouTube. There's so many people making videos on Twitch and all of those places. You would be lucky for somebody to give you like 10 minutes of their time to check out your videos or something. And DSP Darkside fucking Phil, the most useless scum in the bottom of the barrel, thinks that he's entitled to indefinite amounts of benefit of the doubt.
They just do what they're told. They're basically like really gullible people. They just do exactly what they're told.
Much like the DSP audience, that I must remind you, DSP basically forbids those people from listening to anyone else's opinion on Darkside Phil except Darkside Phil's opinion on himself. It's pretty much the closest thing you can get to a cult.
So if the casino says, fuck Phil now because he's not doing stuff with us anymore and he screwed us and he owes us an apology and all that bullshit, they just listen. They don't think for themselves or anything. They don't listen to a word I say.
Because your words are lies, dude. Because you lied. And on the stream where you showed the DMs, you told everybody you lied. Why would anybody listen to anything you have to say? You're a liar. Bruh.
Okay, well, that's what he said, so that's what we gotta do. Well, it's a simpleton's mindset to not have independent thought. It's kind of sad that they're just this, like, really weird groupthink mentality, very sheepish. Well, let's be honest. That's probably some of the reason why so many of them watched and supported me for those few months anyway. Because they were told to, not because they actually checked out my stuff and liked it, but, oh, well, if Kino Casino says that Phil's good, then that means he's good, so we got to go watch and support him, right? Let's see here. Big Boss did a $5 super chat. If you went full drama content, do you think it would lead to you having a bigger, more popular channel, or being a variety streamer is better long run?
No, they would annihilate him and destroy him. Because if you want to be a drama guy, you can have more drama going on about yourself than the people that you're covering. That is something that you can't have happen. You can't have the homeless guy on the street make a podcast about how you can make money or how you to be an entrepreneur. That's not how it works. So obviously it's a gimmick that's not going to stick. If his idea was to be the guy that, whoa, it's the fucking worst guy you've ever seen, had a good opinion, then that's probably not going to last long.
It's this simple. Drama sells. Overall, drama does make a lot of money, and usually drama content creators these days are very successful. The problem with drama content creation is that you have to go all the way into it. You can't just dip your toe in and say, okay, I've decided against it. If you do it, that's it. That's you forever. Because you are now wrapped up with all of these parties who are doing awful things, saying awful things. Skeletons come pouring out of the closet with these people.
You knew all that stuff before you committed. You knew all that stuff. You knew all of it. You decided to ignore it because you saw the benefit for yourself.
And now you're associated with that group.
But you did it willingly and wanted to keep associating with them as long as it benefited you and they dissed your trolls. So you wanted to instigate even more drama. And on top of everything, you wanted to make fake drama. You wanted to fabricate lolcow live level of shit just so you can get content. So miss me with this shit. This what he's saying right now is completely factually untrue, and it's very easy to prove.
So you either have to go all in, this is it, this is what I'm going to do, or not. Me, I'm sorry. I have a wife, and I have
Fuck your wife. So what? So what? So what do you have a wife?
life, and I'm not...
You don't have a life. What is his fucking life? Even on his day off, he was shitting on fucking LTG on Twitter. What is his life? Sitting inside and watching TV?
A 20-year-old...
What a great life.
Who's willing to just go all in and say, all right, my whole life will be drama. No.
Why does he think that people would respect him more, or that he is entitled to more respect? Simply because he is only halfway committing to the drama. Only halfway. And it's only in isolated cases that will only benefit him. And he can just take shots at whoever he wants, but then as soon as they talk back, he's immediately a victim. That's not going to work like that. No one's going to respect him. There's no halfway crooks, DSP. You can't just be a half drama coverage. You either are or you're not.
I've had enough.
And you chose to be, buddy.
I'm at the point in my life I want less drama. I've already been there, done that. I want to take a step back with drama.
But yes, what about last year? Was last year just a different point of his life? He was still in mid-40s. He was still a fucking bum. His wife was still fat and gross.
And every once in a while, maybe dip my toe in there for time to time for silliness. But that's not who I want to be, okay? I tell you right now, if I did it full-time and I got into full-time feuds with RTU and full-time feuds with LTG and even the casino and all that, I would get way more views, I would make way more money, and I would get way more attention. Other people would pick me up because they would react to my content, and that's how the engine works, right? The whole react cycle on the internet.
But would they react to you in a positive way or a negative way? Because that really matters. Because you don't want to be iDubbbz. You don't definitely want to be iDubbbz.
But that's not who I want to be. I want to chill. I want to enjoy games.
And that's really the one of the most pathetic things about this whole thing is that he thinks he stands a chance. He thinks he actually stands a chance if he committed long-term, full-time to the drama. He would get eradicated. He would get bullied off the internet if he started doing like fucking drama coverage. Because he's terrible at it. He has zero charisma and he has zero people to back him up.
Social interactions with you guys. I don't want my entire existence to be crapping on someone, being toxic, because then I hate to say it, what comes around goes around, right? So just because you're on top of the world today doesn't mean you're going to be on top of the world in 2 months, in 2 years.
But Phil was never on top of the world. I don't know why he's having speeches like this.
And boom, it comes back to bite you, right? So I don't want to live that life. Right now, Kino Casino is doing well, but when's the next person going to be exposed who's their viewer who's a pedophile?
What about you? What about you? Did it take him 20 minutes of convincing to ban that guy? I don't know. And I don't think you know either, Phil.
Or who's a groomer?
What about Phil's viewers?
Or one of their skeletons falls out of their closet, and now the whole world has to see it, and everyone's going to...
But Phil, you knew about all of this. And you were reassuring them in the DMs that it's bullshit and that they should trust you. And you were purposefully ignoring talking about it on streams when people told you about it. God damn it.
Talk about it because, hey, aren't Kino Casino those guys that make fun of everyone else? Well, now it's time to point the finger at them. You know, like exactly what happened with Review Tech. How he always made fun of me, and then all of a sudden he was the one being made fun of.
But he was being made fun of the whole time. He was making fun of you too, and he's still being made fun of. This is a completely false narrative.
Way more than me.
And that's not true.
So I don't want to be a part of that. I don't. I want to do my own thing. All I want to do is make gameplay footage, chill with you guys, have great discussions, interactions, and just be in my own little spot and don't poke the hornet's nest. I don't want to fuck with anyone. I don't want anyone to fuck with me. Of course, people will still fuck with me because they are degenerate, low-life scum who think that that's a way to get ahead in life. It's not.
To get ahead in life? Who thought that? Do you think the bank leaks guy was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get ahead in life by leaking this guy's bank account transactions? I don't think anyone did it. I think they fuck with Phil because he's annoying and very easily fuckable.
It's fucked up, it's immoral, and I don't want to be a part of it. But thank you. Now we're at 212 out of 300, guys. We are almost to a second goal. And like I said, now we have about over half an hour left on stream. We can make this happen. Let's hit a second goal tonight.
And right back into begging.
The 1 year anniversary
Insane, unhinged energy.
of the felting of RTU. And number two, because it would help me a lot to make up for yesterday's slow Mafia stream and keep us on pace for a very, very soon DSP tries it of Shake Shack, which I want to do. Okay? Let's go for it. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's get some more support. All right. Come on. If someone takes me up on my offer for a badge on Kick tonight, we'll hit the goal. We will do it. Right now, let's get someone do 10 subs for a VIP or 20 subs for an OG right now. We'll be right there. We'll hit that goal. Let's go. I haven't offered that in months. And quite frankly, I think people forgot about it because I did too. Like, I don't even think about it anymore. Let's someone take advantage of that deal tonight. Oh no, Sneed Cobain says, the casino is talking about you right now. Oh, what a shocking twist. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
He's such a 220 dude. He's just so bad.
Positive toast earlier.
A positive toast, yeah, of course. So what?
That's the one big thing that I think we all are owed kudos for is that we kicked ass with that review tech.
No, dude, no. You didn't do anything. You were just like the guy who hates the other guy that they hate. And literally, it's not anything. Bro, I hate it. I hate it. This guy's gonna make me crash out.
Replicated again.
Will never be replicated again.
You know, a moment in time. Yeah, did you know I didn't know that? So Andy Worski, or Andy, whatever his real name is, because I actually forgot what his real last name is.
Why would you need that? Are you gonna dox him, Phil?
I didn't know that was him who went viral for the aim thing. I knew of that meme when it happened.
Of course you didn't know.
I didn't know who it was, and I had no idea that when I started going on their show and collabing with them that he was the aim meme guy. I had no clue. I only found that out much later. I found that out much later because, remember, during the time when I was working with those guys, there was a big scandal where one of their biggest whales, who apparently had paid for their entire trip to Vegas and basically really wailed out and just...
Look at how much he knows about this now, by the way. He knows the whole story now. Too bad I can't disprove it or prove it because I don't know about it. I just heard they went to Vegas and fucked some black hookers or something.
Bizarre behavior that they would pay for a whole trip to Vegas and shit like that. Again, weird shit, right?
Isn't it bizarre behavior when whales wail on DSP so he can buy himself stuff and do things?
So apparently that person then got outed as like a pedophile or something. So
didn't Derek get outed as a pedophile or something?
They had to hide and lie low.
What about DSP when he tried to hide and conceal that and convince other people for Derek not to be banned?
Instead of addressing the allegations, they just basically ignore it all for some reason. And so during that time, a lot of stuff was coming out that was being said about Andy, and he sent me a documentary about him. He was like, if you want the answers about all this, watch this documentary. It covers it really well. So I watched it, but I inadvertently learned while watching the documentary that he was the aim guy, which I didn't know. And then I found out, like, basically he was kind of a meme and a lol cow, you know, way earlier on. And then he turned, you know, he basically took all of that, got off drugs, which, by the way, if he really is off drugs, I have no clue. People used to ask me all these questions. Is he really off drugs and everything? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what he was like when he was on the drugs.
What? Oh, what is this segment, dude? This is like when you put yourself in a corner and then have to get out of that corner, but you put yourself in it. Like, he folded under zero pressure.
Doing stuff with him or not.
And now he knows everything about both the guys, but he knew none of that when he was in bed with them.
But good for him.
How surprising.
He is off drugs. If he really is sober, that's a huge accomplishment. That's really tough to do. And he should get some kudos for that and some respect for that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know that he'd been involved with memes and lolcow shit beforehand. I mean, same thing with like Ashton. I didn't know.
God damn it.
That he had been involved with all kinds of fucked up stuff before.
Like what?
Casino. So basically, when I started working with Kino Casino, there were two groups of people. One group of people said, Phil, don't work with Kino Casino because they're going to stake you, which I kind of knew from day one because everyone warned me. But the other group was, oh no, you don't want to associate with Kino Casino because aren't you aware of all the shit that they've done? You know, the Worski, you know, memes and fucking Ashton and the accusations with him and the fucking chocolate starfish shit. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care what I was like, whatever. Means to an end for me. I knew I wasn't going to stay hanging out with those guys and doing shit with them forever anyway. And I knew as long as I didn't go too deep into it, I'd be fine, you know? Did I get spammed with the Ashton picture? Yes, I did.
That he showed his ass?
Yes, I did.
I mean, yeah, that's fucking embarrassing. Degenerate as fuck, obviously.
All the detractor shit about them.
Oh, this guy.
And I tried to tune it out.
But why would you tune it out, though? Why would you tune it out? You just said that they hang out with pedophiles. And they get paid vacations by pedophiles. And you tried to tune it out? Because you were in bed with them? But now you don't tune it out. And now you know all about it. Is that right, Phil? Is that so? That's very interesting.
Avoid it.
It's very interesting you would say that.
When literally you got like 100, 200 people spamming you these pictures and fucking memes and shit like, what is this?
Whoa, what is this? I can't see. I've closed my eyes. Huh?
I don't want to see this gross shit. King Ferb says, why didn't you take the trip to Florida because you knew you were going to snake them at that point? Again, I've explained it, but no one listens to me. Okay? So here's the deal. I know the entire time that this is just me working with them temporarily. I don't want to do anything long-term with them. But it's working, right? I'm getting a boost in popularity and all of that. And then come you know, January-ish, I've noticed that we're not really doing stuff anymore. And so I would ask every once in a while, hey, are you going to put me on the show? Or do you want to do something together? And that's when we were planning Smart Guys and all of that stuff, right? And I can't remember if we had started Smart Guys or you know, whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, PPP drops in the middle of the night a DM saying that about going down to Hogan's Bar in Florida and all of that. And this is just weird. It's not even like saying...
Why is it weird?
Do you think maybe we could at some point meet...
Why is it weird? Actually, it's incredibly common for streamers and content creators to be meeting up in real life in person to make content together and go to events. It's actually absolutely nothing wrong or weird about that.
real life and hang out and do something. This is like flying. He's gonna pay for a flight, expensive.
Yeah, because you're broke as fuck, and that's always your excuse.
Hotel, expensive. To go out and hang out and drink at Hogan's Bar, right? Now, again, I have to preface this. He didn't say, hey, I want to fly you and your family out for a paid vacation, and we'll spend some time together to meet during it. He said, I want to fly you out to Hogan's Bar so we can hang out and drink together.
Okay. I don't understand.
That's weird. Sorry. That's completely weird, especially because I had already told him my life situation. That, you know, stuff was going personally with me and my wife and stuff, and I wanted to spend more time with her, and I didn't get to spend enough time with her. So what made him think that I was going to all of a sudden say, yeah, sure, let's just cancel any kind of stuff that I have going on with my own life and my family here to go fly to Hogan's Bar and spend time with you, right? It was just freaking bizarre.
It's not bizarre.
Response I had,
But like this is all his interpretation based on like a guy's text message, literally a guy's text message where it says, "Hey man, would you like to come on here and we're going to do this and do this." There's not like an actual planned thing. It's just a guy offering you something and you just interpret it in any way that you want, which is gay because he's gay.
was, I hope that you don't get offended, but I have to decline. No, you know, my wife and I don't spend enough time together. We got stuff going on here. So then he did exactly what I thought he would do. Then he changed the offer.
Yeah, because that's always your excuse, dude. Because that's always your excuse. Because instead of saying you don't want to do something and you're not interesting, you gotta say you're broke. You're gonna say your wife's gonna be alone or your wife's something. And he was just trying to get rid of all these excuses for you, so there's nothing else that you can say. And I guess you have to say at a resort that he's gay, therefore confirming that you were just making excuses.
Done was pretty bizarre. And he said, oh, well then, in that case, well, I'll fly you and your wife down here and we'll all stay at the same hotel and blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't the first offer. The first offer was he just wanted to fly me out to fucking be bros, right? And that's, I'm sorry, I'm a married dude, I'm 43 years old. Let me put it this way. If Ashton had said, I want to fly to Seattle, I'm going to do some stuff in Seattle. Maybe Andy and I are going to do some shit in Seattle, have a fan meetup in Seattle.
Wait, hold on. I need a replay of this. I'm not even sure I understood what he just said.
First offer was he just wanted to fly me out to fucking be bros, right? And that's, I'm sorry, I'm a married dude, I'm 43 years old. Let me put it this way. If Ashton had said, I want to fly to Seattle, I'm going to do some stuff in Seattle. Maybe Andy and
Oh, yeah, so they need to come to Phil. Phil needs to be completely unbothered and entirely, thoroughly accommodated in every step because he is royalty or something. Does he actually believe he's royalty instead of just royalty-free?
do some shit in Seattle, have a fan meetup in Seattle. But you come and you hang out with us while we're there, and we meet and we spend some time together and we meet the fans, then I would have maybe been like, okay, maybe, that sounds all right. That's business related, but also we can meet, maybe be friendly in person, something like that, right? That sounds way better.
Yeah, you don't have that much value, dude. You don't have that much value to offer. You're not Mr. Beast, you're not PewDiePie. You're Dark Side fucking Phil, the online leper, the online beggar, the whipping boy of the internet. You're a scum, dude. You don't have enough value to present to anybody that's going to be worth making all these arrangements and pulling this shit off.
I want to pay your way to fly you across the country to Florida. Literally the furthest possible distance you can fly in the United States from where you live. So it's the longest flight, the most expensive flight possible, for you to just go to a bar with me and drink at Hulk Hogan's bar. And by the way, can I ask an honest question? What's the fucking obsession with Hulk Hogan?
It's your obsession with Hulk Hogan, dude.
All right.
He doesn't have one. Sure.
Meme. Oh, Phil wants to pull the Hogans, and I roll with it. It's funny, right?
He rolled with it, by the way. How long did he roll with it, and how long didn't he roll with it? That's the question here. He rolled with it once he was exposed about lying to his fans for years and pocketing money that was supposed to go to his bills and spending on our WWE champions. He straight up just admitted that. He admitted that is true.
Wasn't in love with Hulk Hogan.
And it was supposed to be the fucking gimmick. It was supposed to be a content idea for DSP to go to Hogan's bar, and it's like, whoa, Philomania is gonna run wild with Hulkamania. That was supposed to be it. It's just an idea for content. and for DSP to get himself and his fat wife outside of his house for once.
All right? I wasn't. When I was a kid, I saw him as like a hero figure because I was a kid. Then when I realized that wrestling wasn't real, I stopped idolizing Hulk Hogan. That was a long time ago. I don't talk about the guy. I don't think about the guy. It's a meme. It's a funny thing to reference because my detractors bring it up because they're fucking obsessed idiots. But it's not real. I have absolutely zero desire to meet Hulk Hogan. Now he's gone and I never can meet him in person. I did see him wrestle in person for the record. I went to a SmackDown where he wrestled. That was kind of cool. But I had no desire to go meet the guy at his bar.
And again, we're on the 15th topic that branched out of the original topic. Because we're just filibustering now.
I don't care. It was a fucking really, really weird-ass request. Really weird. Again, out of the blue, too. It wasn't like we had been talking about shit like that. He just out of nowhere, he said, I want to do it. So then, when I turned him down the first time, and then he says, oh, well, I'll fly you and your wife out there. And I turned him down the second time, right? I said, no, I just don't want to do this. Like, dude, I'm trying to explain to him in a way that he doesn't get offended. That, like... No,
you were just trying to make excuses, and it's not weird at all. You could have just said no. You could have just said you're not interested. You could have just said you're busy. You could have just said many other things that are not direct excuses. And when you make those excuses, people that want to get rid of them just give you a solution, and then you have to make another excuse because you're a bum, Phil.
Weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't spend insane amounts of money, try to fly me somewhere. Like, we're not...
Yeah, just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Which is a totally normal response, by the way. When some guy that you know from the internet offers to give you a bunch of money for a paid vacation. Yeah, I would have said no too, but I would have just said no. I would have just said no.
What I mean? But he didn't, like, get it, I don't think. And then later on, now, you know, because we're not doing stuff anymore, then he goes, oh, I was trying to fly his whole family out for a vacation and stuff. What are you talking about? There was never a discussion. The discussion was you wanted to drink with me at Hogan's bar. And then on top of that, you tried to cover for it when I said, nah, it's a little weird. Oh, well, I'll fly your wife out and you can stay at the hotel and everything together. Why would my wife want to fly to Florida with me to go to Hulk Hogan's bar?
Because you can also go to other places. And I know this is, again, one of those excuses that is super easy to debunk. And he's just throwing it out there to muddy the waters and make everything more retarded and stupid than it has any right to be. Because he's framing this as if he's going to get off at the airport, immediately go to Hogan's bar, and then immediately go back. Which is obviously not the case, and he knows that's not the case either.
What are you talking about? If my wife and I want to fly somewhere, we're going to fly somewhere we want to go for a vacation. Want to go to Europe or Japan or so, who knows, somewhere, I don't know. But not fucking Florida, Hulk Hogan's bar. It's the last place we would go on Earth if we had a choice of where to go for a vacation. It's just so bizarre. Again, it's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. But that's what I mean, like, but it's weird for me to not want to do that. No, that is...
No, it's not.
It's just as weird as a whale of yours saying, I want to pay for your entire vacation to Las Vegas. Right now, if you guys want to support my stream...
what about a whale of yours paying for your taxes? Is that weird? Or a whale of yours paying for hitting goals? Is that weird? When a guy gives you $150 for you to eat a burger? I think that's weird. I think it is pretty weird.
Please do. If you want to come...
I think making streams where you beg for tax money is pretty weird. I think making streams where you beg for $3,000 so you can make more money than you've made ever in the past is kind of weird. I think it's pretty weird hiding your cat behind $2,000. I think those things are pretty weird, actually.
Drop subs and send me tips and contribute via the ways that you say this is because of I like your content and I want you to succeed in life. Thank you. If right now someone contacted me and said, hey, can I fly you out to some place to hang out with me in Vegas and do this? I say, no, that's bizarre. That's really fucking weird. I don't want that. I don't want that level of personal relationship or interaction with...
Why didn't you just say so? Why not?
The viewer, I have a life. I have a wife.
Okay. The spam of I have a wife, as if it's something. Like, does he think this is something incredibly difficult to achieve, is finding someone that is willing to marry you? Because that's really like we're looking at the lowest barrier of entry for having a wife is just someone willing to marry you, which pretty much any person, maybe even Cyrax included, has the possibility to find someone that is desperate enough that is going to marry them. And then you can just brag about having a wife. That's the same thing. The barrier of entry is very low.
I want to spend time with you. Sorry. And I get it. Some viewers, they get so attached, right? They want to... That's just weird as shit to me. But, again, I don't think that Ashton gets that. I think Ashton doesn't have that level of comprehension in his head.
Why not?
It doesn't click with him mentally.
Why not? I think his offer was totally okay for somebody maybe who had a soul and some life in them. Because DSP obviously was not doing any of that. I mean, of course.
Doesn't get that at all. He doesn't understand it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't... And like what King Ferbs is saying is, well, why didn't you just milk them anyway? Because I don't want to go to fucking Florida and hang out at Hogan's Bar. What don't you get, right?
Obviously, he wants everything to be on his terms. And that's why he was so butthurt over the Steve Cambion thing, because it wasn't on his terms.
What was I going to do? Well, I'll meet you, but only if you fly me to Europe. And I happen to go on a crazy train trip across Europe.
But why didn't you offer him a counteroffer? Why didn't you offer him to come over and stay at your house? And you can make a bunch of you can make smart guys live in the same office with Andy. You guys could watch wrestling together, the three of you, and hang out. No, we couldn't do that, of course.
Guess what? I don't want to spend it at that time.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't do that either. I'm not letting those people in my house, but still.
With fucking Ashton.
He just straight up didn't want to do it. And instead of saying that he didn't want to do it, he came up with 50,000 excuses.
So, no, none of that made any sense at all, right? Damn, I gotta get off the highway here. Oh, wait. Oh, no, not again with this. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this shit. Don't care. Out of the fucking way. Don't care. Going right past the block. And I'm sorry, at that point, the stories had already come out about their Vegas trip and the fucking shit that they were doing there and some of the weirdo gay shit that you heard. People watching other people, etc., etc. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? No, I want no involvement. Because who knows? You go out there, you don't know what you can trust. You don't know how crazy these fucking people are. You go out, let's go hang out at a bar with this guy. Next thing you know, someone slips you a fucking roofie, and you wake up 2 days later.
Really?
No.
Really? Really? Oh, this is how completely mind-melted he is. He's gone. He's gone. The paranoia, the anxiety, the fear has completely got to him. He's just straight up inventing different realities where Kino Casino is going to roofie him and take advantage of him or rob him. Insane. He lost his damn mind.
Absolutely not. I'm very straight. I'm very happy. Happily married.
He's very straight, by the way.
I'm very straight. I'm very happy. Happily married. I don't need to be getting into that shit.
None of anything that he just said was true. It was affirmations. You know how people like short guys wake up in the morning, look himself in the mirror and is like, I'm going to get taller. I'm going to get taller. I'm going to get taller. But that doesn't result in anything. That's just like something that you really, really want to be true. So you try and speak it into existence, but it doesn't really work.
Especially when I'm 43 years old. Get the fuck out of my face and leave me alone. Oh, you don't know about the Vegas thing? So what happened was when I was working with them, it came out that apparently they had a whale who paid their way to Vegas. And they had a crazy, uncontrollable trip. They were drinking uncontrollably. They were...
Yeah, it's called manifesting. That's what it's called, manifesting.
Yes, again, this is what I've heard, because this is what people were sending me the information from.
But Phil, you fucking piece of shit. When people say the same things about you and are like, yeah, well, I read on Kiwi Farms that his wife is fat and that she left and ran away. You say that those people are mentally ill and they should go to prison. If not, much worse. Because he said much worse things about those people. So like, what are we doing now? Now we're just detracting him based on hearsay that he hasn't even seen himself. Like, he hasn't even seen this information himself. It's just a game of telephone with somebody else. Hey, I don't know how I feel about that, Phil. I don't think that's fair.
They had hookers in their room. One of them was with the hooker. The other one was watching them be with.
Which, by the way, there's nothing wrong about doing that. That's perfectly normal Vegas stuff. Like, if I went to fucking Vegas, you bet your ass I was gonna fucking drink uncontrollably and fuck hookers and do cocaine. That's what Vegas is for. What the fuck else am I gonna do in Vegas? Film vlogs in a restaurant?
With the hooker, they were doing blow. They were doing all kinds of shit. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, that's the word that was going around, and people, their detractors were sending me this shit, saying this is who you're associating with. Like,
and what did you do, Phil? What did you do, Phil? What did you do? You shrugged it off and you pretended it doesn't exist so you can make money off of them. Isn't that what you did? That's exactly what you did.
Get at me. And I was like,
this is a terrible idea for him to start talking about this right now. It's a terrible idea. Because he just admitting he turned a blind eye to this because of profit. Directly because of profit.
What does this have to do with me? Nothing. But they wanted to, like, rub it off on me because I was, you know, doing the show with them and did a collab with them and shit. You know? It has nothing to do with me, but they wanted to act like that was me now. So like I said, that's when Andy sent me this documentary and he was like...
Okay then. The same logic. We're applying the same logic. Why should I care if they did that thing in Vegas and they were degenerates in Vegas when that has nothing to do with me? Why should I dislike them? Has nothing to do with me. It doesn't even have anything to do with the content.
Watch this documentary. It explains everything about this, and you'll see that trip was before I got sober after the fact, and there was another accusation against him too, some stupid accusation that I guess was false, and I guess
was false.
It was false or something like that.
That's a great source of information, is Dark Side Phil. Like, oh, you guys, let me tell you about this. Because this whole segment started with him saying, let me tell you about this. Oh, you didn't know about the Vegas drama? Well, let me tell you about it. And then immediately, well, from what I've heard of a guy, a little birdie told me this and this and this. Like, come on, man. What the fuck are we doing? I get it. He wants to A-log them. He is hurt. He is mentally damaged. He is completely in his feelings about this breakup. I understand it and why he might feel like that. But this is probably the worst way you can go about it. Same thing with LTG. LTG hurt him. LTG damaged him. He really hurt his feelings. DSP is suffering from narcissistic injury, and that's why he still doesn't want to get off his BBC. But he doesn't realize that shit makes him look like a fucking bitch. That shit makes him look like the loser. That shit makes people that even despise LTG give him some credit and be like, hey, you know what? I didn't even expect you to handle it this well, Dale. I didn't fucking expect that. But this is what happens.
See, what a lot of people probably don't know, and you probably wouldn't believe, but this is the truth, is that as I grew up, I was always the responsible one. I was the one who, when we went out with my friends and they were getting irresponsible.
Really? What? How many credit cards you got, Phil? How many credit cards you got?
And
Mr. Responsible.
And shit. I was the one who watched over them to make sure they didn't get arrested or get in trouble. I was kind of the guy. I mean, not to say that I didn't drink, because I did. I would still drink when we were out, but I would be the responsible drunk.
The responsible drunk. The alcoholic, by the way. This guy's an alcoholic. Alcoholism, very commonly associated with being responsible. Like, you are very responsible when you're an alcoholic.
I'd be the one who, like, would watch over everyone else and make sure they didn't lose control and get in trouble.
Yeah, he was the tard wrangler. It's usually the most boring person that's the tard wrangler, because everybody else knows how to have fun and they have fun. And the tard wrangler is just the guy who is around to make sure nobody gets arrested.
Very much. It could be, you know, Ashton thinking, oh, I'll fly Phil out here and he'll have a good time. And well, no, I'm the responsible dude. Like, I'm not going to fuck with my life and everything and be a crazy idiot risking it all. I'm not, unlike, well, a lot of people think I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm very happy in the middle of my life. I don't want it to change or lose what I have just for one crazy weekend at Hogan's Bar. I'm not a moron. So, guys, if you have enjoyed
You are a moron.
stream,
This was one of the most moronic segments he's had in a long time. Because he still showed that Review Tech USA gets to him and it hurts his feelings. He still showed that Kino Casino gets to him and hurt his feelings. And basically is just a kind of roundabout way admitting that he is very sensitive and you can very easily hurt his feelings by saying the right thing.
please support it.
And begging.
Chance to do so and get us to the second goal. We're actually almost there. And a second goal tonight would not only make DSP tries that happen more quickly, but would help a lot because basically, excuse me, basically, I didn't have a good job or a good stream yesterday of Mafia, which really sucked because the game itself was really good. But for whatever reason, it just didn't end up being a very good stream profitability-wise. So it would be great to be able to make up for that tonight. We're a good tear, so if we hit $300, that would be amazing.
What a nice bag. Okay, let's do some shout outs. He reminded me about giving shout outs. Big ups Lunar Guardian for the membership. Let me tell you how long you've been a member. Very much. Very many days. 43 months, dude. That's a lot. Alexandra C. Big ups to you. 23 months. Then we have Detractor Almader for the $5.
I've seen gush over two nerds liking him to the point where it was pathetic and cringe, and the way it ended was poetry.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I don't know what would be more embarrassing if they genuinely liked him or if they pretended to like him the whole time. I think if they pretended to like him, for him, it would be more embarrassing because he fell for it. But he definitely fell for it regardless. He definitely thought that they were his friends and that he could use his association with them to become popular again. And every once in a while, show up to Kino Casino as like the special third chair. The king is here. And he was going to play the king gimmick and do drama whenever he wants. And then they would send him viewers to give him money and subscribe and watch his stuff. Definitely, he was thinking that. And that was ideally what he wanted to happen a couple of years ago when he wanted to be interviewed. His idea was, I'm going to have somebody with a bigger fan base than me, with actual influence, give me their clout. I just want them to give me their clout. I don't want to have to earn it in any way. I don't have to like actually be interested in what they do. I want to associate with them and then as a parasite just suck up the clout. That was his idea behind being interviewed. We all know how that worked out, but yeah. I think that was it initially. All right, big ups Johnny Rico for the membership, dude.
Baller alert.
Hello, comrade. Have some odd dent bucks.
Thank you for the odd den bucks, dude. What was that? Australian? Australian dollar. Oh my god. Straight up from down under. Big ups Matt for 29 months, dude.
Baller alert.
Then we have Tony Pepperoni.
Content agnostic. He only commits to debt.
That is true. I wonder how his debt is doing nowadays. I'm sure he's looking forward to getting some more credit as soon as possible. So yeah.
Butterfly. That's why I'm a Christian. I come from Sputterfly.
From Butterfly. Scum.
When he lies.
That is true. That is true. He does have a very... But I don't know if it's childlike or it's only super transparent.
He also claimed that he picked them after months of consideration for his snaking.
Yes.
Cope.
Yes, definitely. Did zero research. One of those, like, he lied in one of those cases, potentially in both. Because I think he did research. And he found out that they were making fun of lolcows. And despite that, he just still decided that his hatred of Review Tech USA and his greed was larger than that. It was bigger than hypocrisy. And just siding with somebody who is, by your definition, a misery broker. Big up Slogan K for the super chat, dude.
DSP, the king of knowing all along but not doing anything, in fact, actively engaging. The times this guy has said I knew that would happen.
Yeah.
The fact his brain
Yeah, I knew that would
You
happen.
guys ever plan on bringing Kino onto TBS?
No. Not really. Because, like, why? Why would they tell us something that they wouldn't tell on their show?
Baller alert.
Do you get it, Chief? Do.
Big ups Garbage Man for the $2, dude.
Baller alert.
That would not work neither. Remember the one fan who went to Seattle in hope to meet Phil and Phil thought that I was threat and banned him.
Oh, really? Is that what happened? I mean, I wouldn't like people showing up to meet me in real life.
PPP removed any excuses for Phil not to come.
Exactly.
To make a accusation.
Yes.
All because he can't get out of his comfort 1 square centimeter. Very typical to attack PPP's character when you have no actual retort.
And my ultimate point is that he could have just said no. Just say no. It's totally acceptable. You don't even have to explain yourself. You'd be like, yeah, man, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not up for that. And then that's it. Literally, just show some sort of integrity and backbone. Any kind. Have any kind of an opinion that you developed yourself. Like your own actual opinion. But he can't. He can't. He's been buck-broken into not having an opinion. Because every time he has an opinion, he says something really stupid that chases away a dent. And he learned with time that if you want the whales to stick around, you just tell them what they want to hear, and you just win. That's how you win.
Baller alert.
Truthseeker's interview was the only one he regrets because he didn't have some control.
Yes.
He's a control freak. Same with choosing the vacation and fat cat.
Not just control, but also profit. I mean, he just basically got shit on by Broside Phil and Steve Cambion, and he got nothing for it. If he had made like a couple of $1,000s, he would be perfectly fine with it. But he got nothing for it. It was just a net negative for him. Which I would totally understand why he would be against having it. Big ups Mr. Extravagant, 27 months, dude. And shout out to Jade for the $1.
Hey bye, glad to see you today. Outlive us forever, I know joy that. THX for you here for me, I'm best friend.
Yeah, he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. He's having a well-deserved break. Big ups Sculpside Phil for 20 months and Infamous KS for 9 months.
Baller alert.
I've often wondered who finds it ironic this guy spent years practicing Street Fighter. But at the first taste of a street fight in real life, he cried.
Well, it's a different thing. It's a very different thing. Because if your inputs drop in real life, you're gonna get dropped. So yeah, it's a lot of higher stakes. And as we all know, there's no stakes in Street Fighter. But in real life, there are stakes in a street fight.
Baller alert.
These truck streams are his dented therapy session.
Yeah, man, it's just like I said, the same thing as the Minecraft chill streams. All these chill streams is just a platform for him to have a therapy session. Which we get some quality gold dust from.
Yesterday.
At the end of the day.
I would appreciate that very much, especially it's the 1-year anniversary of the Review Tech collab. And it would sure be great tonight to hit a second goal. And like I said, ultimately my goal is that one day, I don't know when it'll be or how I'll pull it off, but one day I would like to actually top how I did. By the way, we're at Walmart right now. Look, this is actually the Walmart parking lot we're in. One day I would like to top how I did on that stream last year. Like I said, it was around $3,000 freaking dollars that I made during that stream. So I would like to top that someday. And I would like it to actually be genuine supporters of mine, not the Kino Casino fanboy club.
No, that's not gonna happen, dude.
Because we're felting RTU and they say to do it.
But you seem to enjoy that a lot. You seem to enjoy it when they gave you money and called you king. Even though it was, in some cases, it was very sarcastic. And in other ones, I think they were definitely dented Kino fans. And in some cases... because there's also the third option. The third option is just giving money to spite the detractors. Because if you remember, like I mentioned, Super Crazy crashed out and lost his shit. There were many detractors that were very upset at DSP getting a lot of money and attention and Kino Casino liking him / pretending to like him. Which naturally, if I want this guy to be miserable and eating shit, I will be upset if he's not miserable and he's getting money instead. So I do get it. But also, you have to understand that those Kino Casino fans, they were trolling you, and you were falling for it. You know, the people that were falling for it. So, especially important was during that time for you to just not A-log and get mad at the internet. That was incredibly important. To realize, okay, this is DSP. He's going to squander this, and we're going to be back to begging in no time. And exactly what happened.
It really is amazing how they just command people's money out of their wallets, you know?
Right?
I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Maybe just people have money who like drama. I don't get it. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know why he thinks his stream of driving around being boring and not doing anything is worth, or at least as valued at $150 a stream. Yet streams with way more people watching them that are more high energy and entertaining in the general sense and standard of entertainment, they don't deserve money for some reason, or they deserve less money. I don't understand that logic, Phil.
Where the money comes from.
I think the people that get the more attention, more people watching him should get more money than the guy that nobody fucking likes.
No, fuck that. See, Sneed Cobain says, you already proved yourself over the years. Don't worry about doing a better stream than that. No, fuck that shit.
Proved himself to be what? Boring? Yes. Low energy? Yes. Unengaging? Yes. Bad commentary? Yes. Bad at covering drama? Yes. Bad at reacting? What else? Yeah, he did prove himself. To that point, in a way, I totally understand it. He has already sealed his fate. Regardless of anything that he's going to do for the rest of his YouTube career, which it is impossible for him to have a successful channel in the landscape of YouTube as it is, he will be remembered as a begging tweaker and a bum. And that's pretty much it. And the guy that jerked off, obviously, but I shouldn't even be saying that.
I want to do a better stream than that. I do. Sorry, I think that I can. And I think that I should strive for that. It gives me a go.
He still can't handle that he will never make anything close to 3K on his own, and it's driving him crazy. You know, he thinks about it all the time.
But it's unrealistic. He's got, right now, the clip I'm watching right now, he's being viewed by 235 people. And you want to expect $3,000? That's a lot of money. $3,000 for one stream that... okay, let's say more people watch him. Like 500-600 people are gonna fucking watch you. Come on. It's unrealistic. You shouldn't be expecting that ever.
Goal. It gives me something to work toward. That maybe one day can be a big milestone for me that, you know, despite the fact that there's so many people out there who are constantly against my kind of content, they don't want...
What is your kind of content? Begging and pretending to play video games? Because the video game here is just background noise. Like, absolutely just background noise for him talking about drama and begging for money.
Content that's not harmful. They want drama, right? How dare this lol cow?
Phil, you just celebrated a year since you did your most harmful content ever. Because, you know, Phil is against harming people in your content, but Review Tech USA... despite being a complete fucking loser and a bum, has a family. He has children to take care of. Phil, you heard this man's potential to make money for his family. You yourself personally heard it, and you knew exactly what you were doing. And you had no qualms about doing that for profit. For profit, exclusively for profit, in personal gain and ego. But now, we're hyping up inoffensive, harmless content? Huh?
Not do lol cow content.
I don't know, bud.
But instead just do his own thing.
I don't know, Oos.
And still be successful. We absolutely not. We must drag him down to our level. Well,
but you willingly go down to that level, even though it's not going down. It's pretty much just staying on the same floor. You willingly do that, though, at the sight of profit, in short-term popularity.
I don't want to be dragged down to anyone's level. I want to be successful for me.
Okay, good luck.
To show that...
Good luck, buddy. I wonder how much the goal would be at if he didn't talk about drama this whole time.
That level of success through hard work that's not toxic, that hurts other people.
No, this is just one side of the pancake. One side of the pancake is I'm a harmless little guy. I just want to be on my island. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want anybody else's attention. I just do my own thing and I'm happy. You flip the pancake and we have I am the king. I felt people. I humiliate people. They are my bitch. I challenge them constantly to beef with me, and they ignore me because they're scared of me, and so on and so forth. So which one is it?
See if I can ever do it. I don't think I'm ever going to do it now, but maybe someday. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in time.
Yeah, probably not.
You know, the truth is this, in time, things change. All attitudes change. You know, today, I'm certainly not well loved, but at the same time, I have more people who I think respect me
No?
today than I've had in a long time. You guys don't understand how bad it was for 10 years when
No, it's still that bad.
me. Not so much anymore. Now people just don't really bring me up in that toxic context anymore. And I think that's a step up, right? I'd much rather just have people not bother me for the toxic shit than to be the stepping, you know, stone of everybody else.
But you just, like, this stream that I'm having right now that is lasting for very appropriately 2 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, no pun intended, is completely a result of Darkside Phil talking about drama for an hour on his stream. That's completely a result of him doing that. So, Phil, you are the catalyst of this kind of content.
So,
literally.
That's a good thing. You know, when people look at Review Tech and say, wow, that guy's an obsessed loser for bringing up DSP, that's a progress. To understand that people are now seeing that and recognizing it for what it is, you know? So, things change, maybe over time, and it may take a long time. I don't have any plans, I don't have any plans to stop anytime soon. So it may take another 10 years, 15 years. But I think public attitude...
This is what we call the panhandler's dilemma thinking phase.
Yeah, this is it. Because I guess, sure, he can stick to his whatever the fuck he's doing right now and just humiliate himself and beg for money, and he can get by. But at some point, that's not going to be enough. He's going to have to go back to the drama well. He's going to have to go back and find a different target. But nowadays, who is it even going to be? Who is he going to diss? The Review Tech USA saga is pretty much over. The LTG thing is pretty much over because LTG is not responding to him. He told him to go fuck himself. What do we have left? Wings is not responding his messages. Boogie. I think Boogie is above having drama with DSP because even if it's fake, no one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy it. Billy Mitchell? I don't think Billy Mitchell is going to be invested or committed to doing drama with DSP. He can just destroy him with tweets. So yeah, eventually, yeah, I don't even know. He is putting himself in a corner where he is running out of ideas kind of willingly.
Change, and maybe at some point, people will just not care about all this bullshit of the past, the lol cow nonsense, and people will be able to look at my body of work for what it is rather than in this weird corrupted light of twisted hate.
What?
Be like, wow, all right. You know, Phil's okay. Maybe he's not the best. He's certainly not the worst, but he's okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Phil is not a pedophile baby rapist, you guys. So he's okay? He's not the worst. He's not literally Hitler. Come on. So what? He's just a little bit Hitler. But like 6 million % less. Come on. He's not the worst.
I will actually hit a level of acceptance. And then maybe I can do a stream. You know, one thing that, again, that I would like to do that I just can't do right now is a charity stream. I would like to do a charity event where I'm able to raise funds for a good cause. I still can't do it. I want to, but I still can't do it because they would try to ruin it for me. They would try to actually ruin the charity or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I think one day I would like to get to that level where I can do the kind of stuff that other people can do, but I can't do right now. That's something that right now I'm just not allowed to do.
And again, DSP would do a charity stream simply for clout. Simply for clout. Which is kind of the idea behind why I don't do charity streams, because all this shit gets fucking twisted. Like, people that don't like me are just gonna interpret it in the least charitable way possible, so it doesn't even fucking... It's not fucking worth it.
Because, are you stupid? I guess, Icy Bob, I'm sorry, that was a really stupid question. Why? Dude, anything that I try to do that other people do, immediately, let's send the people involved 5,000 pieces of slanderous thing about Phil saying that he's the devil and he's a racist and he's a sex...
It's up to them if they're going to look up or look into it or care. It's up to them. Because you can send me 5,000 things about somebody and it's up to me whether or not I will think this is valid or not. Because I've seen many things about people that I see on the internet that I'm not convinced of and I don't think is true. And I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not fucking convinced. Including DSP on a regular basis. Like, I would see somebody said this on Twitter. It'd be like, oh, Phil said that his wife is fat and stupid. And then I would watch the clip and that's not what he says. So then I would be like, I don't know, man. But my question for Phil would be, why do you think people so easily believe those things? I think it's because they're pretty convincing. Because when I see this guy lose his shit and yell at his fans or yell at somebody else, yep, I'm going to think he's demented. I'm going to think he's not doing well. I'm going to think he's unhappy. I'm going to draw those conclusions out myself. And I'm going to create this impression of him myself.
Then let's say that Phil's gonna scam the charity and keep the money and do that. Are you fucking retarded?
He might scam the charity and take the money. Because he has begged for money to pay his bills and claim that he's destitute and then spend the money on mobile games and admit that he did it. So obviously I'm gonna think he's gonna scam the charity. He's a fucking scammer.
Of course, I can't do that right now. But that's what I mean. Those kind of attitudes can change in time. They have. Right now, are there people who don't like me? Yes. Obsessed fucking weirdo freaks. It's not like the entire internet hates my guts anymore. They did at one point.
So everyone that dislikes me is bad and a weirdo freak. Not a single person dislikes me for valid reasons. That's something that a totally reliable and trustworthy guy would say, by the way.
But not anymore.
That's a guy who admits all his faults. That's what that kind of a person would say.
Keep in mind now they make jokes about me being a games journalist. That's a hell of a lot different than what they used to say about me. Okay?
They still say all that stuff. They still say that he's scamming dents because he is. They still say that he's greedy because he is. They still say that he's hypocritical because he is. They still say he's toxic because he is. And we have evidence of all of this in this one video that I just watched. So, there you go. Debunked, brother. Debunked, mate. So, let's see what we got going on here. Because I can go on for about half an hour more. Why not? Let's do that. On 600 by Thursday. This is just a generic begging segment about the next goal that he wants. The LTG, let's see this. Let's see this. I'm going to take the bait, and I'm going to fall for another shitty LTG rant.
I hope you're all ready to just chill because we got a while to chill. I'm in here early today. Usually I'm running late and I got a million things going on. Today, I actually was up a little early because my wife went to work and she gets up early. And so I ended up getting up early. And basically I finished everything early. I came in here. I was like, wow, I just realized I've like caught up on most stuff. There's a few other things I'd like to do. I would actually like to possibly even spruce up and update some more animations or add more animations to the streams, which I could do with sound effects. I got a few I'm thinking about perhaps a Sonic the Hedgehog one, perhaps maybe some classic Street Fighter ones, stuff like that.
And again, we default to Sonic and Street Fighter. Of course. This is Mr. Idea person, Mr. Creative.
So I want to work on that. I haven't had a chance. Outside of that, though, like I'm pretty much, up to speed on everything that's going on. So I didn't have anything to really do this morning. I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll just start the stream early. We'll hang out longer. Because usually I'd start talking with you guys around 11:30. It's 11:17. So I guess we'll just hang out. How's my day been so far today, Kylo Ren? Pretty good. Like I said, I got up early because my wife had to get up early for work. So I was up early doing stuff around the house, chores and, house.
Is he driving her to work? Why did he have to wake up early? I don't think he would be driving her to work, but why would he also have to wake up early? Because his wife is waking up early? I don't know. I'm looking into this way too much. It's not worth it.
And, the usual, shaved, showered, all that jazz. And got in here and realized, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, I don't really have anything extra to do today. The only thing that I want to work on is maybe some more animations. Taking out some of the older legacy animations and adding in newer ones. And I like the classic gaming stuff right now.
Okay, this is getting skipped, definitely.
Remember, asking me to unban someone? Are you insane? No wonder I don't remember. How could I possibly remember? I don't remember what I did yesterday. You think I remembered a random ban that happened in May? What a ridiculous request. Send me money.
This is not it's not a joke, by the way. I don't know why he tried to pass it off as a joke. It's not a joke. You send him money and you send him an email, he will just unban anybody. Doesn't give a fuck.
You guys are so full of crap. You know that he probably has another account anyway. You're so full of baloney. Based in Red Pill to know that's never going to happen because we haven't talked about this in days, which I'm glad because it finally calmed down. So here's the deal.
Baller alert.
All right.
Kate shifts the bed sideways, causing Phil to fall over. That's why.
Ah, that's entirely possible. Entirely possible. I haven't thought about that one scenario in particular. Big ups formerly Chuck. That makes it make sense. Oh, okay. So now this is the annual ritual is for Phil to be on low tier god's cock every time Evo comes around.
Evo weekend, which was not this weekend but last weekend, so now it's old news. Every weekend or every year, I'm like, you know, if only LTG would stop being a bum and stop being an idiot and actually want to do business and actually want to create something on the internet that people actually want to see instead of the crap that he makes every day. He would come out of his shell and his little, you know, safe space, and he would do some content with me.
But why do you think you're entitled to having that happen? Like that's the whole thing I don't realize. Just because you challenge somebody to something on the internet doesn't mean that they should do it. It doesn't mean that they should give you the time of day. Doesn't mean that they should acknowledge you in any kind of way. It doesn't mean that they should care about it at all. And considering that low tier god gets absolutely nothing out of this, and the entire benefit is for DSP, obviously he's not gonna do that.
And we would do a set, like a challenge set, and it could be multiple fighting games or whatever. We could figure it out. We could talk shit or whatever, and the internet would love it. The internet would hype it up because it's not just about the FGC. It's about outside of the FGC having that crossover appeal, and we would have crossover appeal into many, many different groups that people would really want to see this. It's already been showing up, people hyping it up. Oh my God, why do you think every time I tweet, I get hundreds of likes and retweets whenever this is, you know, discussed, right? So every year I tweet the guy or I talk about him, and every year he pussies out like a bitch, a complete bitch. He just wants nothing to do with it because he knows he's going to lose. It has nothing to do with the fact that, oh,
sure, man.
You want my attention. I don't want his attention. I just want to beat his ass quickly and then be.
No, you want his attention. You want him to play ball and for you to dictate whatever the fuck you want to do with him. That's what you want. And he's, first of all, he's a raging narcissist. He's obviously not going to do that. He would do that on his own terms. And he's not going to do that for somebody more pathetic than he is, who people like less. Because at least you can say, yes, LTG has many things. A deadbeat father, shit fighting game player, raging narcissist, complete crash out. But he is funny. And people appreciate that on the internet. And they know to take it with an asterisk, just like I explained it. But they respect that. They respect that LTG has contributed to some funny memes and funny clips. And DSP is not funny. DSP is just pathetic and worthless and trash.
With it and never speak about the guy again because he is a no-load loser. Right? The only reason that I want to beat his ass so bad is because he's talked shit about me many, many years and I never said a word about him. And then when I finally clapped back, he ran away and hid like the bitch he is. He only talks shit when it's a safe space for him. But
who does that remind me of?
Comfort zone.
Who does that remind me of? Keemstar, you are someone who...
to actually face the man in the game.
And face the man in the game. Be a man and play me in a video game. No.
Instead, he
no.
And he says dumb shit like, oh.
Did I close it? I fucking closed it again. I misclicked. Because I have two keyboards. Press the wrong keyboard.
So bad is because he's talked shit about me many, many years and I never said a word about him. And then when I finally clapped back, he ran away and hid like the bitch he is. He only talks shit when it's a safe space for him. But he never would come out of that little comfort zone to actually face the man in the game. Instead, he deflects and he says dumb shit like, oh, you need to bench or squat a certain amount of weight. You need to work on your...
No, he didn't actually mean that, you idiot. He was just making an unreasonable demand to the point where there was no way that you were going to do it. And if you ended up doing it, that's you kneeling down to him. That's you folding for his demands and doing things on his terms. Obviously.
See. What the fuck does this have to do with playing me in Street Fighter?
Nothing. He's just telling you, bro, you look like trash. Go fucking work on your shit and don't bother me and get off my dick. Which is a remarkably competent reply from somebody like Low Tier God. Remarkably competent.
Like, what? It's the biggest redirect pussy shit. It is. He just doesn't want to do it because he knows he will lose. It's that simple. There's no other reason. It's not that he's not going to make money. He's not going to get attention for himself. He's not going to get... It's because he's going to lose. It's another Visant situation. When Jay Snyder beat this man in that...
Oh, he wants to be that. He wants to be that. He wants to be Viscant. In that clip of Viscant, Low Tier God. He wants this. He wants to redeem himself for the FGC to like him again by beating another villain in the FGC, which is, first of all, is incredibly fucking pathetic. Incredibly pathetic. It's so pathetic that I forgot what the second thing was, so I'm just gonna carry on.
Tournament. He crushed his fucking nuts so hard. He neutered this dude to the point where now this guy will not step up and face a real challenge. He'll only do things that are completely within his comfort zone, safety. He knows he can win. He knows it's a controlled environment where he gets over. Then he'll do it. Outside of that, he will not take any challenge whatsoever. Okay? Zero. So here's the point, all right?
Here's the point.
I want to challenge him in Street Fighter and beat him because all...
But what a kid, he doesn't accept your challenge. This is not how it works. I want to challenge you. Wasn't that the same thing when Stuttering Craig did it? Dude, Stuttering Craig invited DSP, and this is after the interview debacle, invited DSP to play Street Fighter, and DSP just completely shrugged him off and denied and declined. Does that mean that Phil is Craig's bitch because he denied his request? No one knows who would have won. Maybe Phil would have won. Just like here, we don't know. Maybe LTG's going to win. But does that mean that Phil is Craig's bitch? I think it does. I think it definitely does. Matter of fact, I think every time someone challenges DSP to do something, or they call him out to do something, and he doesn't do it, he is their bitch now. So, hey, there we go. DSP is the bitch of many people.
All these years, he always said he's better than me in everything, every aspect of life, Street Fighter and life, everything, right? So I've had enough, and 2 years ago, I challenged him, and then last year, again, I brought it up, and now this year, again, I brought it up.
Yeah, you look like a needy bitch, kind of. You should stop doing this.
He just keeps...
Actually.
Will never accept it, because he was a cowardly pussy who knows he cannot beat me in Street Fighter, period.
Maybe he just doesn't care, and you care, therefore you lose the beef. The first person to care about such spurg retard shit on the internet is the guy who loses the beef. The first person to get personally invested in a stupid beef like that is the one who loses. And it's Phil. Phil loses because this is now a one-sided beef. Dude, you've been on his dick for 3 straight years on a yearly basis, and he's given you the same response always.
There's no other reason. There's no other excuse. There's no reason for him to have,
I love one-sided beefs like this.
Yeah, you need to bench. You need to lift. You need to do that. It's all excuses.
No. It's all to tell you to go fuck yourself. It's just different ways of telling you no.
It's all it is. A way for him to get out. There's no justification for it, okay? Now, you're saying, well, Kino Casino said that they'll put up the $5,000 to see this match happen. That doesn't help.
Now, I know that it is a totally viable scenario that LTG, in fact, is scared. Because if he loses to Dark Side fucking Phil, he's never going to hear the end of it. You're going to be, not only are you going to be Low Tier God, the deadbeat piece of shit loser, but you're also going to be the guy who got bitched by Dark Side Phil. But in this case, I think he's the guy who wins the beef simply because he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He responded appropriately and he moved on. And this guy is still here stuck in the mud, and next year is going to be the same shit.
The point is, and he already said this, LTG already said this publicly. He said, Give me 5K to do it because it's not a match, it's a collab. Because he doesn't want to actually play me for real. He wants to take a bag of money and run away with it and not care about the match.
The same way that DSP, as I can remember, was reacting to Ethan Ralph and Cog and all these other guys on Kino Casino, even though he didn't care about them. He didn't care about the content. He didn't care about entertaining people. He cared about getting the bag. So this is crazy projection.
So if you just hand this man $5,000 to play me, I will decimate him, and then he'll walk away and not care and say he threw it, but I made the money, so I'm the winner. That's what he wants to do.
Sure, yeah, because otherwise there's nothing in it for him. Like, actually nothing in it for him. Why wouldn't he want to do that?
He literally wants to make 5K for nothing.
Because guess what? That's the same way that Phil thinks. Because if Phil wasn't the one to make the challenge, he would be expecting a crazy amount of money from somebody else to take up the challenge.
He does not deserve 5K for nothing, and that just undermines the point of the match. I want to beat him and prove that I'm better than him in Street Fighter.
Who cares? Who cares which one of you middle-aged losers is better than Street Fighter? It's actually kind of a situation of whoever wins, they lose. Because you prove that you're the bigger bum? Because you're better than Street Fighter at a different bum. Like, bro. Come on, you guys suck. Both of you guys are trash.
To all the morons out
But LTG satisfied me in this beef because he did not respond in such a way that makes DSP look like based or a Chad. Like, I'm happy about that. Because sometimes he would beef with somebody who would respond in the most fucking Down syndrome retarded way possible, and they would make Phil look based as fuck. That's why I'm so salty about Super Crazy, that fucking retard. I hope he gets deported. I'm gonna report him to ICE.
there who think that I suck. I don't.
Because he crashed out so bad and he fell for the bait so bad that he put himself in a situation inevitably where he was going to be the loser. And he didn't even know. Because he trash.
10 times better than LTG in competitive fighting games. There are ones that he'll be better than me at, like Street Fighter 5 I never played. Street Fighter 4 I barely play. But if I were to practice in Street Fighter 6, I would beat him. And if I were all classic fighting games, I will defeat him. He can't beat me in any classics at all. Okay? The only ones he can beat me at are the ones he actively played a ton and I didn't.
Okay, so who cares? Who cares?
Okay? Now I want to prove that for all the shit that people have talked over the years. If I beat LTG, it's something to talk about. Maybe
Why does it matter so much to you, though? Like, that's kind of the ultimate pathetic thing, is that it emotionally affects you so much, and that you put so much value on being better than low-tier God, who is another loser, by the way. We're not aspiring to beat someone who is good. We're not aspiring to do something good. It's a completely self-serving need to show that he is better than this guy, because this guy also sucks.
put some more attention on my fighting game content for a little bit. Certainly,
But you don't even make fighting game content anymore, dude. You play fighting games once a week. Nobody's gonna wait for you for once a week to play fucking Street Fighter for 2 hours and then beg a bunch for money.
bragging rights, it'll give a lot of stuff going on, right? There you go. And it builds hype and it gets excitement and people will like the content. Like I said, I believe if we did this EVO weekend during EVO broadcasting, our stream of us playing would actually be a big event that would get tons of views. It would be
You guys have no idea how irrelevant you actually are. He didn't, dude. Come on.
benefit us both. We'd both
He would get like 1,500 to 2,000 viewers, which still it's a lot more than what he usually gets, because during this clip he was getting 150. But still, no, you're not gonna eclipse Evo. You're not gonna be fucking hype as hell. No one would care. It would be like a flash in the pan, a thing that happened like one day, and it was like, whoa, mildly amusing.
big views, big
And then if DSP wins, then the DSP trolls are going to be mad because Phil won, and now he's going to do an annoying victory lap, and he's going to be really obnoxious about it. And if LTG wins, then the LTG trolls are going to be mad for that exact same reason.
money. It would be a good event for all of us involved. Okay? It's a win-win, except
Oh yeah, the 666 podcast only had about 1,000 viewers on his channel. Same time we were restreaming it on TBS, we had about 2.3 allegedly.
Get over his ego that when I beat him, he can't take the loss. Do you understand? Just like when he lost to Jay Snyder, he never recovered.
Sure, because he talked a bunch of shit and then Jay Snyder made him suck dick.
Since then, he's
Sure.
been a joke. Because he is a joke. He sucks.
Same as you,
He always has, you know?
but you too, though.
Be a
That's like I told you. Like I told you earlier. He will always fail at drama because you can always say, sure, Phil, you're right, but you're also a bum, and you're also a joke, and you also have always been a joke, and you're also living off past accomplishments, and you're also a raging narcissist, and you also make a bunch of excuses about everything. So yeah, there's no way that he can go into a beef with somebody unless it's like someone who is lower than dirt, like an actual pedophile or criminal or murderer or something, where I'm going to be like, okay, well, DSP, you did a good job, dude. You owned that guy, and I can't turn this against you, so you win. But this can't happen.
like joke level 2. And people are like, well, he won't gain anything if he wins. What do you mean? He'll gain the money. The point I'm making is if there's money put up and we have this challenge, all right, he can win the money.
Put up the money.
So if there's
Put the money up, Phil.
here
Pay
where I
up.
play LTG, it has to be this simple. Him versus me. And, you know.
So, Jordan Fadeaway is asking, didn't Jay actually save Phil from getting his ass beat twice IRL? As far as I can remember, Jay wanted to fight Phil, but then Phil twisted it around and wanted to do crotch chops to the crowd instead. You know, the DX, the WWE DX crotch chops to the crowd? So he wanted to pretend like they were about to fight and then pull like a turn. They wanted to have like a plot twist. So yeah,
the winner.
Great story.
That way, he has motivation to try to beat me.
No, dude, because when he loses, he doesn't just lose money, he loses respect because he's the guy who got beaten by Darkside Phil, the game journalist. So obviously, you don't want to take that risk.
You understand? The problem is if you just do it and say, oh, just hand him the money.
And if DSP loses, it's just the loser losing again, like a loser does.
He won't try. He won't try to learn. He won't try to play or beat me. He'll just throw the match, take the money, and run away. And who fucking cares about that? That'll literally be the most boring stream ever made. No one cares about seeing that. Everyone would feel cheated. The viewers would feel cheated. I would feel cheated. Kino Casino would feel cheated because it wasn't a real match. They just stole their money. We want a real match. That's what it has to be. It has to be he wins and beats me, and he earns the money.
Bro, he wasn't never gonna do it anyways. It's kind of like Phil. Dude, this is just like Phil making unreasonable demands against Keemstar. When he reaches out to Keemstar and is like, well, Keem, like, you know, I can't be on LOLCal Live because you didn't contact me in my preferred method of communication. And, well, this and this excuse and that other excuse and that third excuse. When all the time he could have just said, no, I don't want to do it. Just like LTG could have just said, bro, get off my dick. You're fucking annoying. Instead, LTG gave him a bunch of obviously unreasonable demands that were never getting met. So DSP fell for it and actually thought they were legit demands.
Right? Then we'll have a real entertaining event where there's stakes involved. He has to actually learn.
This, by the way, watch him pretend to care about this being an entertaining event. That's so interesting. It's so interesting because, of course, he has all to gain from this. It's all ego-driven and self-serving, but he wants to pretend like the viewers should also want this because he cares about having an entertaining event. As if.
And play, then you'd have it. Okay? But outside of that, he's never going to do it because he knows he loses. It's that simple. He knows he can't win. So rather than just admit it, what he should do is to say, I don't want to play a competitive match because I'm washed. I don't actually play fighting games seriously enough to win.
But again, man, my ultimate point is that he has absolutely no obligation to do anything. Absolutely no obligation. He doesn't have to even acknowledge that you exist because you are lower than dirt. You're trash. You're Darkside Phil.
I refuse the match, but he won't do that. Instead, his whole shtick is, oh, I'm good at fighting games, and, you know, that's why I stream them 24/7. I mean, like 8 out of 10 streams he's playing fighting games and he sucks.
Okay.
Wasn't there just a day he was
Sure.
like he went 11 and 34?
DSP plays everything and he sucks. I mean,
11 and 34. Tell me the last time that I played a fighting game and I went 11 and 34.
bro, I don't know. Who cares? Like, well, Phil cares. Because I personally wouldn't care. If I was having fun on the person's stream, I wouldn't care. I don't think low-tier God streams are very fun. Because he's low-tier God. But occasionally he says something funny. And he actually means to. That's the important part.
Good fucking God. And he plays them all the time. It's not like me who I casually play fighting games. This guy is playing them almost full time. And that's his fucking performance record. You see? So that's the point. All right. You understand? I don't want to play the guy so he can make a bag and run away with it. I want to play
Why not?
him so that I can prove better than him.
But what does he get out of this? That's why people don't want to do Dark Side Phil's gimmicks, because they get nothing out of it. He blatantly just does it in the most self-serving way and they don't get anything out of it. That's why Kino Casino broke it off with him in the end. Because they were like, well, Phil doesn't want to do any of our suggestions and he only wants to do videos where he gets to felt his own trolls. So why fucking bother?
In an actual competitive match, I want him to have motivation to have to beat me.
Why do you care so much? Why do you put so much of your self-worth over being better than fucking low-tier God? That's like having a house and a homeless guy not having it. Whoa, that's such a high standard of living. Especially when you're in your mid-40s. If you're in your mid-40s and you do this shit, you're a loser.
Challenge to get the bag of money. Nah, I just take the money and run, and it's a worthless time for everybody. I don't know how people don't understand that. I don't know how you don't get that. And for people who are saying, well, he beat you in Street Fighter 4, you're right, I think. I don't even know because I don't think I've seen the match, but people say, you know, you guys randomly played one match of Street Fighter 4 over a decade ago, and he beat you. Yes, I'm sure there's probably about 5,000 people who I've randomly played one match against online, and they beat me. I'm sure. Particularly Street Fighter 4, I played a...
Oh, now we're getting so many excuses.
...amount of content of that game because everyone liked it. And
so many excuses.
But I was never good at Street Fighter 4. I was never a tournament player. I never tried to be a tournament player. Making casual sets called Madness series online where I was trying to win with shitty characters like Hakan and Dan. And yes, there were serious sets too where I was trying to win, but I was never good at that game. Never did I even say I was. Right? So does that prove anything? A random one-off match against the guy over a decade ago in a game I wasn't good at and I wasn't competitive at?
How does that prove nothing when you actually played and he won? But him not wanting to play proves that he is scared. It proves that he's a bitch. It proves all of these things that DSP is trying to push as a narrative. That is proven by the guy telling him to go kick rocks. But it's not proven that LTG is better because he actually beat Phil in a fight.
No.
This is the worst saga. I hate this. I can't wait for this to be over. I'm so grateful for fucking shitty-ass low-tier God not giving him more responses. Because the last thing we need is more rants like this.
I mean, anything.
Well, he's just scared of me because I'm better than him at the video game. Said the middle-aged man to another middle-aged man.
So here's what you do. You take all this information, you go back to Kino Casino, and you tell them the only way the match is happening is if he challenges or...
But why don't you tell him, Phil? You're in their DMs. You're licking fucking Triple P's balls in the DMs, telling him that he found a friend in you. Oh, that was so cringe.
That's my challenge.
So embarrassing.
Only wins money if
no one cares about your challenge, Phil.
He has to fucking play me for real. That simple. I'm not going to do any match against or set against him.
You're not going to do anything, period.
Where he just yanks money for nothing. Or else he's going to lose. He's going to throw the match and leave. Who would want the fuck to see that? Seriously, who would ever...
That sounds like something that DSP would do.
Everyone's just fucking faking it. No.
Like when he matches against Justin Wong or another prominent FGC guy. When he's like, oh my god, I already know that he's going to destroy me. And then he just sits there and obviously intentionally doesn't even try to win. And then he's like, oh my god, he's wrecking my shit, man.
You want to see a real competitive match, right? I was using M. Bison in that Street Fighter 4 set. Oh, dude, I was not good with M. Bison at all in Street Fighter 4. My best characters in Street Fighter 4, first it was Blanca, then it was Balrog for a bit, then it was like Ryu. Zangief I was really good with for a bit.
Yeah, this is getting definitely skipped. Can't wait for this clip to be over.
I don't know. Dark Chaos says, do you think if you challenge LTG to Tekken 8, would he accept? I don't know. Obviously, I haven't played Tekken 8 in a year and a half. Like, I feel like when we were both actively playing Tekken 8 when it first came out, I was better than him. I mean, my Yoshimitsu was fucking pretty good. But then I just dropped it completely because everyone wanted me to go back to Street Fighter. So, I mean, you're talking like I would have to really work my butt off to relearn the game. Plus, the game has changed completely, right? Like, they rebalanced it. They changed the way it works. That would be a rough one. Like, see, if you were to say, oh, let's do a match in Street Fighter, right? I could probably do a few streams practicing Street Fighter 6, and I'd already be better than him. Like, seriously, it would just take a few streams of me sprucing up my game. I know I would be better than him. I'd be able to whoop his ass. Classic Street Fighter, I don't even have to practice. Right now, I could boot up Marvel 2, third.
All right, I got distracted, and I saw something that I probably shouldn't. So someone in chat earlier said and advised me to check his latest thumbnail, and I did not listen. The simpleton I am, I did not listen. But it turns out that I actually definitely should do it. Let's see what this is about. And yeah, this is the latest thumbnail, as you can see. Hopefully I can enhance it enough. Yes. There it is. He tried to own up to the meme, dude. Look. Whoa, he made a clown face and he tries to clickbait. And it's not working. I'm not gonna click on this on purpose just so I don't buy into the clickbait, right? So YouTube doesn't think I fall for the clickbait. But yeah, this is definitely one of the dark side filled thumbnails of all time. Obviously it's bad. It's his attempt at trying to replicate similar thumbnails like this, the clickbaity thumbnails. But it's not working because it's dark side Phil and he has no soul. That's actually the fundamental issue with Dark Side Phil, is that he has no soul. If he had a soul, he would have interests. If he had a soul, he would have ambitions, and he would be watching other people and being interested in what they do, and he would have passion, but he has no soul. That's why he's trying to fill in that void with money, and it's not working. And that's why he needs to tell you 16 million times a day that he's happy because he has a wife, as if that makes any kind of difference. But yeah, the real question I think is, did Phil ever have a soul? And when did he stop having a soul? To which I don't know. I don't know. I would like to think that he used to have a soul once and then it was stripped away from him. Or it was more of a death by 1,000 cuts situation where gradually it was taken away from him when all that was left was views and super chats and tips and memberships, and that's all that is occupying the empty vessel that his body has become. And I think that's gonna be it. I fucking hate the rest of this clip because I assume it's gonna be either begging or shitting on low tier god, which we already had enough of. And this stream is almost 3 hours long, which was kind of what I was going for. Thanks, everybody. I'm not going to say if I'm going to be streaming again or not. Oh, hold on. We got shout-outs to do. I almost forgot. Sorry.
River Redemption challenged me to COD. Same vibes.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. Just like when I challenged Eric Miller to a rap battle, which was somewhat sarcastic.
He is a coward for not playing Phil, stuck in his comfort zone. But DSP should get the Medal of Honor for not going on an all-expense-paid vacation because it was outside his comfort zone to leave the house for more than 3 hours.
Hey, good point. I wouldn't equate both because both things demand very different levels of commitment and time investment and effort. But it does make sense, what you say.
The day he gets confronted IRL, he would power walk so fast to his GAT community the 911 call audio will be gold.
I do think that will definitely happen. Hold on. I think that will definitely happen someday. I don't want this to be like, that's purely my prediction and speculation. I think it is pretty inevitable at some point for somebody to be like, oh, you're a fucking tough guy, right? Well, let me see if you're a tough guy when I meet you at the mall. for example. I don't want this to sound like a call to action. I would not personally do that. Therefore, I do not endorse or encourage anybody to do that. But I know that people do what they want. So ultimately, I'm not going to be finger wagging in your direction. You can do whatever the fuck you want. What do we get here? Why is this an empty notification? Did it break? Oh yeah, I think it definitely broke. So big ups to GBRC, who says, he said he knows he can beat him. So if it goes down and he wins, he has proven nothing even to himself. Actually, that is true. Actually, that is true. That makes a lot of sense. Because even if he does it, he already knew he was better than him. He claimed he was better than him. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't even say anything about that. Big ups Anti-Distortion for 18 months. Eurobeat for 40 months. That's the shit long time. I don't even think I've been doing this for that long. How the fuck you that long of a member? And Chris Domingo for 24 months. And Penitent Sin for 16. And that's it, I think. For the stream, that's for the shout outs. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. I don't know when that's going to be. Today, I kind of streamed on a whim. I might just do that another time, or maybe I won't, brother. You have to stay tuned and find out all the next episode on this of the Swaycast. Thanks for watching. Keep it flat, stay sway, and young gout.